Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary with the Get Some podcast. My guest this week is Erik Griffin, who has his own podcast in his apartment that he does everything himself.
Yeah, Riffin with Griffin.
There's levels to this.
I can see.
Yeah, I got a whole set.
I know.
Do you know what the meaning of the people on the wall are?
Yeah, this is white people looking at you like, you ain't on our level. They both looking like, wait, Gary, what?
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Top grossing lyricist of all time, and me. No, those are white guys that did very well in black-dominated genres.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, get on that.
But probably the best white guy ever.
Yep.
Okay. Probably, not even arguably, this is the best white rapper ever.
Yeah. What? What?
Okay.
Best white comic with a huge black fan base.
You know what? You might have that niche market.
I didn't put a hockey player up
That's true.
and a baseball player.
Well, you could have had Gretzky up there. Well,
No, that's white and white.
That's white.
Yeah, that'd have been George Carlin. Up there.
Right.
Who's your favorite comic all time?
You know, I always think of comics like I think of basketball players, where you go like, who's your favorite or the best? You know, it always depends on, I think, by position. But it's probably still Eddie Murphy to me, just because that's why I wanted to be a comic. But I even wouldn't consider him like the greatest comic ever. He just had so many skills that he put together in those couple of times he did stand-up. I mean, if you think about it, how many times have we actually seen Eddie Murphy do stand-up?
Seen 3 sets. I saw Delirious,
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Raw, and I saw his first appearance on the Tonight Show.
I think it blows my mind when I think because people ask me this all the time, and I go, yeah, Eddie Murphy's my favorite. You know, is he the greatest of all time? Because I go, I don't know if I've seen enough bodies of work stand-up wise to say that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just weird. It's no knock on him at all.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's amazing. He's so dynamic. He touched so many of us that it only took 3 sets.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, man.
Wait, like an elevator. I just how come I?
It's funny. It's like you ask somebody to come on your podcast, and you're like this. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming. That was like 3 minutes, Gary. Yeah. We like to get him in and out. I like to get like 8 episodes a day in. So.
That's what you just
No,
really...
I had Guy Tori on last week, and we were talking about Richard Pryor was a little before my time. Eddie was my adolescent years coming up.
Right.
And I was like, to me, people don't realize at the end of Raw, his closing bit was about making a hamburger with bell peppers on a big, what is that?
Black skillet.
Big black skillet. I'm like this. I was like this. Dude, usually the closing bits are like dick pussy jokes or a political thing or something, or it's a callback. To do dick pussy jokes and then end with burgers and peppers into burgers like this, so good.
But check this out. Raw was a callback on Delirious. Like half the bits in Raw was him saying, remember my uncle from Delirious? Mm-hmm. Well, here he is again.
Yeah.
Remember when I said all this stuff in Delirious? People got mad at me. And it was like, he basically did 1 2-hour set.
He did a whole callback. Raw was a callback to Delirious.
Yeah, it was like a lot
Remember
of...
what, a red outfit? Well, this one's blue and purple.
I'm just saying, it's just amazing, like how at different times too. Like, you know, it's just like, you know, there was no social media. There was no, you know, we had to go to the movie theater to see Raw.
He was a rock star.
Yeah, it was incredible.
And what's mind-boggling is he was in his early 20s.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Well, 18 on freaking, wasn't he 18 for Delirious?
Oh, was he that young?
I think so.
But it's mind-boggling because I'll have guys open up for me sometimes, or I'll get on them shows where there's like 5 or 6 of us headlining comics, and you'll have one guy in their 20s, and I'm just like, I'll watch him, and I'll be like, there's not a lot of depth there. It's funny, and he's talented, and there's a presence, but as far as depth, there's just not a lot. It's a lot of pussy, dick, you know, what you can get good laughs with. But that comes with time, though, once you find your voice and start talking about shit going on in your life. But for Eddie to do that in his 20s, I'm like this, what the fuck?
Yeah, and be so dynamic, too, with the way he would do it. That's the thing that I admired the most. It was never about, because if I look back now, it never was about the material for me.
Mm-hmm.
When I was first watching, it was just about, like, how he was saying these things. It was like, oh man, look at all the voices he's doing. And he's like, he's so what do you call it? Committed to and emotionally invested in the things he's talking about. It was all those things.
Yeah.
And it was like,
like Jackie Gleason. Like you go up and you do the honeymooners in front of an all black crowd. What the fuck? You know what I mean?
I know.
It's just it's like it's almost like doing a Friends joke on Def Jam.
I think it's been done.
And it committed, God, can you believe Ross? Fuck Jennifer Aniston? You're on Def Jam like, who the fuck is Ross? Do it today. Rick Ross did not fuck her.
But you know what? That's funny that it's funny that we're talking about Eddie Murphy, then you bring up Def Jam, because to me, like those first 2 seasons of Def Jam was a similar sort of like effect that it had on the comedy industry or like comedy fans
or comedians. If people ask me like who's your favorite comic or who was your favorite comic growing up, and I always be like, well, Eddie Murphy was like the guy. I go, but if you're asking me like what lit the fire, was Def Jam, just because I never felt the energy in the audience come through the TV like that.
Yeah.
Usually the comedy specials, other than Eddie doing the movies, but usually comedy specials, the crowds always seemed a little reserved. Like you catch them, they're just laughing or they clap at the right time or something. But it seemed like it's like a free-for-all party on Def Jam, and I was like, that's the reaction I'd like to have. I want to hit him with the thing and you run up and you're bagging on somebody and they going nuts.
It's just like it looked like, just a paraplegic disco because they just...
like everyone's on roller skates for the first time. No!
I went to one Def Jam taping, but it wasn't in like the good years, but because one of my buddies was on there, and Kid Capri was still a DJ.
That was 2006 then.
Yeah. Maybe.
When they brought it back, was like Mike or DL hosting?
I forgot who was. It might have been DL. I think it was DL that was hosting because it was Damon Wayans Jr. that was on.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I forgot. And Damon Wayans was in the crowd. But I remember I didn't realize because you think of a DJ, because now you think of the DJ, you think of these big arena DJs and they're just pressing a button and they're just doing this the whole show and everybody's like, I don't get it, But Capri, man, when he started, people were like, okay, boom. And after a while, he's just playing jam. And then after, the whole crowd was like, oh, shit.
Man.
That's the one. And I was like, wow, there's something to what he's doing. So you combine that. Then remember they used to have the dancers that would come out at the end of Def Jam?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, the dancers
Def Jam dancers.
It was just the whole thing. But to me, I thought you were going to say Martin Lawrence, because to me, Martin Lawrence was the thing. I think if you don't have Martin Lawrence in that first 2 years of Def Jam, I don't think it does what it did.
Oh, without question.
There was something about that dude that
it was the stars aligned at the perfect time.
Yeah, yes.
Because I heard, and I don't know if this is true or not. I heard originally they were gonna go after Robin Harris to be the host.
Oh, that would have been great too.
And I wish I could. And I heard like obviously he passed away, but then it went to Martin. I guess Martin was like not his understudy, but was always around.
Yeah.
I don't know. Robin would have been a fucking beast. I don't see too many other people that could have did it. Martin and Robin. Like it's funny when you see someone like Martin who's so iconic. But then you'd be like, nobody else could have did it. But then you see something like Robin Harris, you'd be like, oh. Okay, so yeah, it would have been a whole nother energy, but goddamn, he would have went on that audience so hard.
But there was something, that's the thing about it that I don't think we never ever seen before on TV was Martin was interacting with the crowd, and then like somebody would come off stage. Like I'll never forget, who was the dude? Oh my God. He had the joke about, would you suck a dick for $1 million? Anyways, Martin goes on right after this guy, and he says, what if the check bounce? You know what I mean? But in my mind, and watching that and starting to think I want to be a comic, I was like, oh man, it don't even matter. Like he just took the energy of that, grabbed the mic, and was like, we gonna continue this going. And that's the thing that really kept it going, just the way, but, see, I don't know, this might be blasphemy, but I saw that 20-year anniversary, and then they were showing clips from Def Jam. You look at it now, and some of it I was like, ooh.
Well, it almost goes back to...
It was very cringy, you know what I mean?
If you watch old Richard Pryor clips, sometimes I think the same way. I'm like, whoa, I've heard that before. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, but he was the original.
Yeah.
Everybody else kind of like sampled a little bit of that. Because you'll watch some Richard Pryor, but like, that's not that original. That's not that edgy. And you'll be like, wait. That was in 1976.
Yeah.
And nobody else was talking about that?
It's just like Delirious, man. You watch Delirious, that don't stand up. It don't hold up to me. And the reason is because you look at it and the things he's talking about, and I go, oh man, is this where everybody's been stealing from and not even realizing like the just everything, the mannerisms, all that kind of stuff, you know?
I had a guy open up for me in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who took the ice cream truck bit verbatim, and I go, I'm sitting there watching, there's no fucking way this is happening. And then got mad at me when I called him on it. Like, called me like a hater and shit. I go, hey, that's it's Eddie Murphy bit, right? Like an iconic Eddie Murphy bit. I was looking at him like this, like.
Oh, but you know what? You think these new comics know about history or even care about it? You think they're studying comedy like that? Nah, they don't care, man.
There's a few. There's
very few that are like going on the internet being like, because you don't even, first of all, like I tell people, listen, Comedy Central, I believe, or Netflix has a serious radio program where they're playing like the classics. Mm-hmm. And I always tell some comics, I go, don't listen to that because you're going to find out how unoriginal you really are. Mm. You know?
Never thought about that.
Yeah, because that's the thing about it, though. It's like, that's the thing about comedy. So, again, in that one guy's defense, he probably had ice cream trucks in his neighborhood, too. You know?
Oh, I think he stole it. I'm telling you, I saw his whole act all week for 30 minutes. I think he stole it, Eric.
Okay.
In that guy's defense, he stole it.
All right, I give you that.
I'll give you an example. So me and DL had the exact same joke. Exactly. And I did it before him and did not. DL didn't watch me go up. Mm-hmm. And then I didn't see the joke he told until that night after he went on right after me.
Right.
And it was back when LeBron, so this 10 years ago or 9 years ago, when LeBron went to the Heat from Cleveland. I said, dude, I've been to Cleveland, I've been to Miami. It's not a tough decision. If you ask me where I want to live, actually, that's not asking dude who you want to fuck, Beyonce or Precious. Why did he choose Beyonce and Precious? He chose the same two girls. Well, Precious just came out.
Right.
He just left, and Beyonce was hot. She's still hot. But I'm like this. It just, sometimes comedians' minds think like, in that instance, I know DL didn't steal from me. I know I didn't steal from him. It was just, and then I saw him that night at Prime 112, and I'll never forget, he was cutting the steak. I go, hey, DL, did you see the crowd get flat when you did this joke? He goes, yeah, what was that all about? I go, I did the exact same joke, dude. I didn't realize, DL just started laughing. But that's two veterans that was like, hey, some comics were quick to be like, hey, man, you stole my shit. I go, I've never seen you before.
I don't think of it like that. I think of it as like, that be a joke on a Gatorade bottle. You know what I mean? Like
no, this is more original than that.
No, come on. You know what I mean? Sometimes we all have jokes like that where you go like, don't get mad because that's why I tell people like when somebody comes to me and they're like, you stole my joke. I just go, nah, we're just both not original. Like, let's be real about the situation. Like, I remember this happened to me a long time. I first started doing comedy, Jurassic Park, because I was 20, in my early 20s, you know? And Jurassic Park came out, and I had this joke where I would be like, this is so stupid, but it'd be like, a blind date came, and like I was saying she was a fat girl. And so, like, when she came up the stairs, my water started, So this dude at the Comedy Store, he comes up to me like, you doing my joke. And I was like, oh, so you think you own the biggest movie of all time, references to the biggest movie of all time. You think you own that? So that's what you're saying to me right now? And it's like, so that was taught me I had to get out of that thought process. And sometimes it's like, yes, sometimes we have a family member that died of cancer that came from a certain place. And, a lot of people we have the same thought process of how we're going to come to this joke. And we think to ourselves, well, no one else has lived this. Mm-hmm. No one else has experienced this. Or we come up with a joke that is just like with Rogan and Mencia, or when they were getting on Mencia about the wall joke or whatever, right?
I've seen like 5 people do that exact same joke.
My thing is like, that joke sucks.
It does, really.
And no one should be doing it.
Who you think's going to build the wall?
Who's going to build the wall? Like if you're claiming that you own that joke, go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying when these kind of things happen. That's what I would say in that situation. It's like, just like how you said, Beyonce was hot, Precious was hot. It's a joke that if you put 100 comics in separate rooms and you said, here's the premise, come up with a joke, I bet you 75 of them are going to come out and be like, that's like, and so we have to start going, it was 10 years ago, Gary, you much better now.
I'm just glad I went first. That night.
Exactly.
I'm glad I went first that night. But there's a reason. Exactly. It's funny you say all that because I've said this for years. I stopped watching stand-up years ago. Now, granted, you're going to watch a bit on YouTube every now and then. You're going to see your openers go up, or you're on shows with like 5 or 6 headliners. You're going to watch some. I don't want people to be like, I don't watch stand-up, period. But for me to sit down and watch somebody's hour special, I don't want to do it because I want to know my jokes are mine. So if I do come across doing a joke that's similar, I know I came up with my premise in my brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But even at that point, I think the responsibility to be great is to go even a step further, is to be like, if I could come up with something, because sometimes you could say something, and yes, you might have had an original thought, but it don't mean the thought is original. Mm-hmm. You know, so then that's when it's like you have to find a way. What is your voice? It's like Mariah Carey. This is a weird reference, but when Mariah Carey sings a cover song, she make it hers. Like how American Idol says, make it your own.
Yeah.
Like she knows how to make something a Mariah Carey song. It's just something about the beats and the way she sings. You go, it don't matter what the song is. The struggle is to find a way to go, so people would still say, you know, that Gary Owen, he owned that. You know what I mean? Like he put his stank on it to make it, even if somebody else has the same thing they're talking about.
Yeah.
Because right now, what's happening, first of all, Twitter has made jokes unoriginal.
Facts.
Just fast. They make shit hack fast, okay? So now it's just about like, we have to get our point of view out into the public. We have to get people to go, oh, I know Gary's sensibility, so I want to hear how he talks about this. Even if, DL talked about that too. Mm-hmm. They had different takes, as opposed to like the first thought being like, oh, they're doing the same joke they stole. You know, it's just a thought process, and it's harder. It makes it harder for comics to really succeed further, but it also makes it more challenging, and it makes it better. It makes us better.
It does make us better.
It makes us so much better.
This became like Goodwill Hunting.
I gotta hug you. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
I was like this. I don't want to be great. It's like this. No, I want to do the Looney Bin in Little Rock.
Yeah,
I want to keep doing it.
I know what you mean, man. I started to think about when I did my last special that nobody saw. I was on Showtime. American Warrior.
Pump the shit out of it.
Yeah, American with a.
Is it on Showtime on demand right now?
I believe so. I don't even know. They're so long. Things move around nowadays. I don't even know where things are.
You got clips on YouTube though?
Yeah. I remember when I was shooting. I'm dying up here at the time, and they wouldn't let me go on the road. If I had to do it all again, dude, I don't know. It was because of the shooting schedule, and like it was like they didn't want to let anybody go on the road. So if they let me go on the road, they would have had to have let.
Was you filming in LA?
Yeah, they would have had to have let Garrett. They wanted you there just in case they had to change the times. They go, okay, we need you right now.
Well, what if you got like a Saturday night show in Phoenix at a theater? They can't just fly in and fly out?
No, man, they weren't having it.
Was they paying you enough not to do that?
No. You know what I mean? Well, I mean. Yes and no, really. You know, I thought the exposure of being on a dramatic show would have been like, it was great. So anyway, my point is, I couldn't go on the road. So I had to go to like Ontario, Brea, Irvine, Ice House. I was doing shows like that. But the work that I was putting in to prepare to get ready, I was like, damn, I need to work like this all the time. And I realized, I was like, I wasn't. You get lazy. You know, you go, your fans are coming to see you. It's on the road is easy because they're just there for like, oh, this is great. You know how I know that is because YouTube stars go and sell out. And I've seen some of the shows and they're just kind of like doing the thing. It's just like a rah-rah, like a celebration of the fandom, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily about being a great comic when we go out. That's a fucking check. We go out for money, you know?
Yeah.
And we go out to make a living. So sometimes we get lost in that, and I found myself being like, damn, I got to find that work ethic all the time because that's how you go from just people being like, oh, you were okay, or, oh, that was really funny, man, loved your special, but it's not like, somebody drops a special and you go, damn.
Yeah. Like when mine come out.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, like when mine drops, damn, that motherfucker put in work.
By the way, I know how you say you don't watch stand-up. I only watch, I'll watch Chappelle. And the reason why I watch Chappelle is because he might be saying something, and I got to make sure, because you got to watch the ones that everybody's watching.
Yeah. Because they'll say you took it.
Right.
Yeah, I watched the 846. I did watch that, but that was so short.
Yeah, but it
wasn't really stand-up.
It was.
And I didn't know what the hell was going on when it came out, because all I know was Instagram was everybody had this screenshot of Chappelle on YouTube, yeah. And I go, what the fuck is going on? Then I looked it up, not realizing it's a legit stand-up special that I didn't realize I was watching. I go, what's going on here? And then he came up, and then I was like 20 minutes in, I go, wait a minute, what's he doing? Is this a special?
Yeah.
It took me a minute to realize this was really a legit. I thought it was just like some behind the scenes shit. Somebody caught Dave, and clearly it was Dave's shit because they had his emblem on it. I didn't know it was gonna be like 30 minutes of what it was, and then when you start, you can't stop.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, whoa, what the fuck is going on here?
Well, I thought it was an amazing piece of work. You know, he himself kept saying like, I don't think this is funny. Whatever he kept saying, it didn't matter to me because I felt like, oh, he's like he's become a voice. He's an amazing orator. You know.
Yeah.
Like you know exactly what he feels. He can express himself in a way that you know why you agree or disagree with him by the way he conveys his message.
Well, what I love about Dave is sometimes he'll say things. I'm like, that's what I be trying to tell people when you have a disagreement with. When he goes, white people, white people listen to me because they trust me and they're not threatened by me, and that's why they'll listen to me. You know what I mean? I was like, that's what I was trying to tell somebody the other day about black people.
Yeah.
You can't bring up that black person. You know what I mean? You're not going to generalize everybody because you'll quickly be like, well, Dave Chappelle, I'd have him over for dinner. I saw Dave Chappelle. He has coffee. You know what I mean? It's almost like when Chris Rock did the joke about in his neighborhood, it's him, but then his neighbor's like a doctor and his other neighbor's a dentist. He goes, it's not out of norm to see white people in the neighborhood, but if a black person, they probably got to play a sport or then entertainment along those lines. It's like, oh, I didn't really think of that. But yeah, I get that too. I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, man, you got to watch those guys, the big ones, just because, because it happened to me with I had this joke about race, because I had this joke about people being racist. When people say the United States is the most racist place in the world, right? I hate when people say that because it tells me that they've never traveled, because there's
or they're living off the internet.
Yeah, right. Because in Europe, they throw bananas at black soccer players today.
And security does not stop it.
Not 20 years ago. And so my joke was like, if one banana hit LeBron James.
That's not funny. I'm sorry.
But I mean, you get it though.
That's the dark side of me coming out like.
But it's
the comedian side I went, Dole or Chiquita? Hold on.
I'm just saying.
How right?
You know what I mean? Like the place was shut down. This place would go bananas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
You're right.
Way to use that one.
Okay.
How about going nuts?
But then I made a reference to, I said Banana Gate as a reference in my joke. And I was doing it for a year at the Comedy Store.
Uh-huh.
All right. Chappelle drops his special. He has a Banana Gate reference. It's not even about, it's just something else. Adam over at the Comedy Store comes to me and goes, hey man, I don't know if you saw Chappelle's special, but he says this thing. And I go, damn, well, that's gone.
No, he stole it, dude.
No,
he did. I didn't want to tell you that, but I talked to him.
My thing.
No, he literally stole it. And I was like this, it's Eric Griffin, dude.
Nobody's going to care. That's exactly it.
You got a Showtime special nobody saw.
Nobody saw.
You good.
It's right next to Gary Owens. You know what I mean?
They watch my shit. Highest rated.
They tell us all that, by the way.
I'm kidding. I literally...
My Ugly Truth special, they hit me up and was like, it's the highest rated special of the year on Showtime, Eric.
I literally went on the day my shit dropped, and I'll never forget, I was in Phoenix, and I was at an Airbnb, and I'm in the pool, and I was like, yo, I just got word that my special is the highest special ever on Showtime. I mean, sure, there's been shows, but comedy specials, highest rated ever. So I just want to thank my fans and everybody. And it's the comments like, I see you, big dog. I did. On your way. I go, on my way.
Wait, what?
I was like,
keep doing you.
Did you believe me? I'm lying. I never got a call from Showtime or my manager. I was just I just want to post shit. It's funny you say that about when you talk about racism in America and stuff. I say this all the time. When I'm watching the news or I'm watching TV, they'll make you think we're about to walk outside and there's a race war about to happen.
Yeah.
Where if you just start interacting with people and conversate with people and and just go about your day-to-day life, most people are cool. Most people want the same things out of life. Yeah. And most people, like I said.
By the way, even the racists.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
That's what's crazy.
The crazy part is you know why looting don't last? Okay, it only lasts for a couple days. Is because those people that were looting, they eventually wake up and go, I need to get some eggs. We got to get, and they go, well, what store can we go to? And then, because eventually life, we all want the same thing. Again, even the racists,
Yeah.
Racists like basketball. They just say it racistly when they.
Yeah.
Look at this, jigaboo, right? It's
Whoa,
like,
can't say that.
Well, how they just, I get it. I get how, everybody wants happiness and all this stuff, so I agree with you. And I just think like, it's so politicized, the right and the left. I can't watch the news, man.
But if you like in my neighborhood, especially where I live in Northern California, and we got a nice down the middle Republican Democrat neighborhood. But when you sit in the backyard and people talk, it's funny. They don't have to agree, but we still like each other. We might talk politics. I'm out. Once they start talking politics, I'm out. I don't know enough. But it's true though. It's like this. There's black, white, Latinos, all kinds of people in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I'll just sit in the back, beat bullshit, and then you're like, all right, we'll see you tomorrow. They're our neighbors. I need them if something happens.
You know what's funny? I always know who the Republicans are, like in a situation like that, because they actually don't talk.
The Republicans?
Yeah, they actually don't. Like if somebody voted for Trump, or if they just have a conservative viewpoint, they're not the ones to usually start
Go nuts.
But
they'll talk.
But it'll be like it's always like in response. They always have to wait. It'd be like, yeah, but
Catch 22. Devil's advocate.
But they're always like, they're always the ones that you just know. That's why it's just weird how people are, and I agree with you. It's like you get to talking about politics and you just go, what does it all really mean?
Here's the thing about politics. It's same as being a diehard sports fan. It's the same as religion. I've never seen nobody change their mind in the middle of the conversation.
Yeah.
I've never seen a LeBron Jordan debate
Where somebody goes,
in the middle. You know
You're
what?
right.
You're right. You know what? You know what?
You're changing my mind.
You know what? You're right. I've never seen it happen.
Yeah.
Ever. And then when people get all fired up and start arguing, especially on social media, I go, what are you arguing about? Nobody's ever went, you know what? I didn't think about it like that. All right, man. It's funny when I'll do it. I'll just mess with people. I'll start to disagree, and I go, let me just agree with them real quick. And then it's funny how they don't know what to do when you start agreeing with them. It just gets quiet.
Yeah, you go, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, man. Good point. Yeah. Or, like, sometimes you're ready to argue. I'll give you an example of a guy. I was fucking ready to argue, and it's hard when you're fired up ready to argue. So I went to Japan a couple years ago. Do you know, Dan, I might have told this story in the podcast, but whatever. There'll be a couple people in the comment section. You told that story already. Fuck it, it's whatever.
Yeah.
So, do you know Daniel Dugar out of the Bay?
I know Daniel Dugar.
Dugar's a good dude, but he books this military run. So me and Rodney Perry went over there together with Daniel. So we're at I remember we could see Mount Fuji from this Marine base. So Dugar and me and Rodney are at this base, and I didn't expect the Ritz. We're staying on a lot of military bases. Right?
I've done those, yeah.
So we go over there, and this base, the accommodations were so bad. It was July. There was no air conditioning. It gets fucking hot in Japan now. And it was just dirty. Everything was wrong. So I went to Dugar's room. Keep in mind, Dugar is damn there sweating when he answers the door. I go, I'm out. He goes, what? I go, I'm going to go to a hotel. What time you want me back? And he was like, no, you can't get a hotel. I'm responsible for you. I said, dude, I'm fine. I am grown. I'm going to get a hotel.
Yeah.
What time you want me back? And he was like, he goes, dude, I don't want you doing that. So we're getting a little heated. And I went and got a hotel room. I came back at 7 o'clock for the show. When I get back, Dugar's called me Mariah Carey. He goes, oh, Mariah Carey over here. And I go, why do you call me that? He goes, diva. Dream lover, come rescue me.
That's old school Mariah, not that new shit.
Come and take. So I go, dude, why you keep calling me that? And I'm like refreshed now. I got a shower, feel good.
Yeah.
He goes, man, you got these guys out here. They're fighting for our country. They're over, because this is one of them bases. Either they were going into the shit, or they were coming back from the shit. So this was a layover base basically. So he goes, these guys over fighting and shit. They sleeping in the desert, and then they're coming back, and this is where they gotta sleep. And you're like, you too good to sleep where they sleep? I said, I'm gonna stop it right there. I go, listen to me, Daniel. I go, I was in the military. Were you? And he goes, no. I said, okay. When I was 18, 19, 20, I didn't give a fuck where I slept. I go, hopefully these guys make the right decisions in life that when they're 40, they can get a hotel room wherever they want to stay and not have to feel guilty about it. I go, that's where I'm at with this.
Yeah.
So we don't really talk that, and it was a little tense, but we're cool. The next morning I get up. Now him and Rodney got to pick me up to go to the next base. So they done stayed at this shitty ass accommodations all night. I'm fucking refreshed.
You coming out the hotel?
My hotel had a bidet or debate. What's the shit that squirts of water up your ass?
Bidet.
Sat on that for 3 hours. Yo, I am feeling amazing. I watched an entire Japanese baseball game in Japanese. I feel like I know these guys now. I'm coming down, arigato. Hello, goodbye, and the shit. And I don't even know what that meant. But I get in ready to argue with Daniel. I'm thinking he's going to be pissed, right? So I get in the van ready to argue with him. Like, I've got my arguments ready to go. I'm in the room, you're almost shadowboxing. Literally, I get in and I go, Daniel goes, you were right. And I went, yeah, I knew, because he goes, oh, Gary, I just said you were right. And I go, God damn it, I was ready to argue.
You had a PowerPoint presentation ready. You had 3 fat black women ready to be in the back of the choir.
When I tell you, I was so mad.
Amen, Gary, amen.
I was so mad. I was like this, dude, I was so ready to argue. And he's like this, dude, that place was so hot and we were so miserable. And Ronnie's sitting there still sweating. Yeah. Ronnie goes, man, it was bad. It was bad. Ronnie's pretty positive.
Yeah.
He goes, it was bad, man. And then, so I was just like, God damn it, Daniel. I was ready to fucking argue. And now I couldn't even argue with him. He just stopped me. He goes, hey. I said you were right. I was like this.
I know, that sucks. But then you know what's funny about that? In your mind, psychologically about that, is like, it wasn't even really about being right. It really was about proving that you were right. Mm-hmm. That's what we love to do. It's a man thing too. That's what, we just like, we like to we want to have facts and logic. And
have you been overseas?
Yeah.
Where have you been?
I went to Kosovo.
Was it military or was it?
It was for military. Yeah, it was. I went to like 3 military. It was so long ago. I don't even remember all the places I went.
Was it USO or was it?
No,
else?
It wasn't USO. It was like through a third party for the MDR department.
MWR. Morale, Welfare, Recreation.
Yeah, it was for that department. So
those are better because you can cuss.
Yeah, but it was still weird. And like, I remember we got to this one place and, we get in this like a Humvee, Mm-hmm. And at first I'm like, oh, man, we in the Humvee? And then I saw like Humvee behind us, and I said, hey, what's all this about? He was like, well, it's for your protection. And that was the first moment I was like, the fuck you talking about? Protect me from what? You know what I mean?
You just never know.
And that's at the moment, yeah. Because the military dudes are like, they coolest, they just like, yeah.
And they're also young. You think military guys are all old and shit, and then when you get over there, like, wow, you guys like young as shit to be guarding me.
I personally, I preferred the E4 bases because, the American bases are way more serious. Like, everybody has to carry a gun, so you walking around like, it was cool to see the female soldiers because they dress, they got shorts on, T-shirt, chilling, and an M16 strapped to their back. And there was no alcohol on those bases, and I just like the commissary and stuff on the other bases. It was, it was when I was there on this one base. It was an American base, and they were going to give it over to the European forces. So there was a small American contingent on there, and the World Cup was going on, and it was Germany and Italy.
What year was that?
Oh man, it must have been 2000 something or other. I don't know, but it was Germany and Italy were in the World Cup, and there was German and Italian forces on the base, and you could just they were just going at it, man, and it was just like so the excitement of it and all that, because it was in Germany that we stopped over. But anyways, when you just want to argue and you just want to be like that, you just, we just have to make choices and we just go, all right, we got to let shit go. That's what I'm saying. Getting back to it about the comedy, it's the same thing. And what I was saying before about that Chappelle thing was like, I instantly stopped making that reference,
Banana Gate?
Yeah.
Because you stole it? I'm going to straight clickbait this whole podcast and be like this. Dave Chappelle
you better not.
Stole Banana Gate from Eric Griffin.
You better not.
And they're going to click on and be like, that's not what he said.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, but you watched it.
He
stole it. Dave steals a lot. Like, that's the thing, man.
Can you please put right here, the views expressed by Gary Owen are not the views of Eric Griffin.
It's like this. It's like, every time I watch it, like, he's a fucking genius. I go, he's a thief. Yeah. He's a fucking thief.
That's what, what you're doing? That's what Farrakhan does. Yeah, Farrakhan makes sense for the first half of his.
Have you ever met Farrakhan?
No.
Oh, I have. He's so charming.
Why am I not surprised?
He's so charming in person.
Of course he is.
Oh, here's the thing about people in power. You wonder how they get in power until you're around them, and then it all goes away. It's same thing with A-listers in Hollywood. When I hear people talk about Kevin or other people, I was like, and then when you get around them, You get it.
Yeah,
They
I know
fucking
exactly
suck
what you mean.
in. They're like this. Now I know why you're you.
It's some kind of thing they got.
Yeah.
Listen.
Fucking Farrakhan? I forgot I was white. I forgot I was fucking white, dude. Hold on.
You gave up your white privilege that day?
Here's the crazy. I'm on the Tom Joyner cruise, right? And did you ever do the Tom Joyner cruise? Oh, you would have crushed.
That's it for cruises. They're going to be like water fountains. Nobody knows about those anymore.
Man, they're done.
Yeah, done.
He's on there, and then he goes up like at 2 a.m. behind this hip hop, classic hip hop. He went up like after Common, the Fat Boys, Bow-Legged Lou, Lisa Cole Jam. Like it was like classic. Like the place was rocking. Right. Here's what's great. Earlier that day, where the entertainers dine is not where the normal customers dine, so we can have our privacy. So he walked in, and his son walked right up to me. Hey, what's up, Gary? Hey, man, we're big fans of yours. I'm like, really? And then Louis just goes around the room and greets everybody, shakes everybody's hand, and I'm the only white guy in the room. And he treated me like I was like everybody else, right? Then he went up that night after this hip hop concert. So it's 2, 3 in the morning. Place is rocking. I mean, I'm like this. How's he gonna follow this? Like, literally,
How is civil rights gonna follow Lisa in the coat jam?
There's no way. Like, I was like, this is a hell gig. Because in my mind as a comedian, I'm going like this. Why would they put him up now? He should have went up before this. He's gonna bomb. And my brain's like, he's gonna fucking bomb.
Right.
Holy fuck. He started off a little slow, gets the room like to a damn near halt. Once it got quiet when he walked on stage. Well, he walked on, everybody went nuts, like they clapped, and then it was a slow build. And then he's hitting his stride about 15 minutes in. Then he's got the crowd starting to clap. Then it got rocking.
Oh,
and then he ends with a bang, like, duh, and gets off. I remember him saying, like, we were the first people on this planet. And I'm like, yes! Yes!
Turn that ship into the Amistad.
I literally was like, we were. He ain't talking to me.
Yeah.
Well, we were second.
I mean, what would have been great is if like the whole ship stopped and looked at you. If the, you're like, yeah, and everybody goes
first. We were. Silver medal's not bad, man. We'll take the bronze.
Yeah, man. Just some people got that thing. Some people got it.
You don't know it until I heard Clinton had it. I've never met Bill Clinton like that.
Dude, people, good or bad, have it. I'm sure Hitler was.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure he was the bomb in a room.
What's his face?
You know what I mean?
Charles Manson.
Oh, well, you already know about all those guys. Mm-hmm. They all got that thing. The Dave Koresh, they just had a.
Oh yeah.
I mean, of course, if you could convince people that you're Jesus.
Yeah, there's something to that. Remember Heaven's Gate,
dude.
You be looking at the people. You look at Manson and you look at David Koresh. You're like, how do you not see through that? How do you not see through that? And I'm like this. Oh, that some people just get. It's no different than these drug kingpins and people that run Fortune 500 companies. It's environment, how they were brought up, but it's the same mindset. Like, how do you, those massive drug dealers in this country that are running millions and millions and millions of drugs through this country? I'm like this, dude, if they're in a different environment, different mindset, they're running Fortune 500 companies.
That's what I'm saying. They're just they already are running Fortune 500 companies.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, the thin line. It's like it's not whatever that charismatic thing doesn't make somebody good or evil. That's just a tool that they're using, and they use it for whatever they want. Some use it for good. Some use it for whatever. And that's just what that is. They all have that. You can see it. You ever go on Will Smith's Instagram?
Yeah.
This motherfucker is. He just.
Oh, have you ever met Will?
No.
He's got it too.
I know he does.
Sucks you right the fuck
I'm just
dude.
not surprised that he became the biggest star ever.
Well, I mean, that's how he got his TV show. Was, Quincy Jones saw him at a party and was like, why is everybody like drawn to this guy? It had nothing to do with his rapping ability or anything like that. Quincy was just like, he basically observed him in the room working it and was like, wow, this guy's drawn. I remember Quincy I had a TV deal with Quincy years ago, and I remember him telling me how he got the Fresh Prince on the air and everything, and he was telling me, he goes, now, here's what's funny. He's going to networks pitching this Fresh Prince of Bel-Air show, and the networks are like, a rapper? Like, they're literally, like, scared of Will Smith, like this. That's dangerous.
Yeah. Cut to Ice-T and LL Cool J, who no one knows are rappers.
Exactly.
They're TV actors, you know, for 20 years. You know,
right? Or how about Ice-T had fucked a cop killer?
Yeah.
And now he's
kids today will be like, he did what?
Yeah. What he's CSI or SUV or one of them numbers, letters. I mean, 20 years strong.
Yeah, man.
On that show.
Yeah, some people got that thing. I know Tom Cruise has that shit too. You know,
I think any of the A-listers got it. You know, that just you hear about their personality and you're like,
the only person I've been around that has that sort of like magnetism like that was Justin Bieber. I've been at places with him and it's just like if he walked over there, for some reason everyone in the room is gonna start walking over there. It's like it was just a weird thing to observe.
The funniest thing I'd ever seen where it's like a whole crowd move, what you're talking about that, was I was in Tampa and it was the Steelers Cardinals Super Bowl when that Super Bowl happened. So I go to the Hard Rock and that girl Hoops with the reality show chick from Flavor of Love.
I don't even remember.
She's standing there and she's got like 5 or 6 guys around her and she's just kind of standing there not paying them any attention, right? And then she got probably about 10, 15 dudes talking like, oh, shit, I think she was just on the show.
Uh-huh.
And I saw the fucking crowd start to move in the whole casino. I'm like, who the fuck just walked in? And Derek Jeter had walked in, right? And so this is when he was still with the Yankees. And the crowd, when I tell you this fucking casino's moving with him, and it's just drawing more people, he walked by Hoops and all the guys were gone. Like they went with him. So it was like 10, 15 guys around her and then went, whoop, and then she just by herself.
LeBron James got that shit too.
Oh, I saw.
LeBron James got
I wrote a joke about, he came to a Redskin Cowboy game. It was Monday Night Football. And have you met my road manager, Brad?
Mm-mm.
This is the only time I had a groupie moment. Brad's met everybody, by the way. Hey, he's met everybody. So we're at this damn Redskins game, and I think I might have told this already. I'm telling repeat stories. It's fine. It's my podcast. So anyways.
See, you shouldn't say that because now people are going to be like, let me look and see if he's told this already.
Yeah, you're right. It's fine. We'll get double clicks.
Yeah. You're right.
So again, the fucking crowd starts moving before kickoff, and LeBron, I guess, is a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. So the stands are moving, and I'm like, who the fuck just walked in the stadium? And we got field passes, so we're on the field, and we looked at LeBron. My road manager, Brad, literally goes, oh, shit, LeBron, and started walking with him. And I'm going, where the fuck you going? So now he's walking down the sidelines with LeBron and his crew, and I look back, and he looks back and I go, where are you going? And then they come back, and I say, I don't know LeBron. I mean, I know him now, but I didn't really know him back then, but we've become more cordial. And so I just went, hey, what's up, man? It was more those, I know who you are, you know who I am type deal. But Chris Paul was with him, and I know Chris, so I started BSing with Chris for a minute, and then so I'm kind of walking with them also now as they're leaving. The game's about to start. So LeBron is making a right to go where he's going, I'm sure some sweet. We're going the opposite direction. Brad again started walking with LeBron. And I'm like, Brad, where are you going? And I go, I looked down and go, what did you think was going to happen? He was going to look back and go, you in the fedora. You look like a cool motherfucker. Yeah. Come with us.
You in my crew now.
Yeah.
And cut to us like the talented Mr. Ripley. They're just.
Somebody could have robbed me. Brad would have never known.
Yeah.
He just started following them.
He got that thing though, for sure. You know, I've been to some Laker games. I've been, when we could go, I went to the Lakers. I went to the Clipper Laker game, and I was sitting real close, and I just was watching. You just look around and you see like literally people aren't even watching the game. When he's on the bench.
Oh, they lose their shit.
They're just looking at him, and there's something magical about those kind of people, man. It's crazy.
And
Jordan had that.
Without question.
There's people that got that. Like it's some kind of real crazy magnetism or something. I don't know what that is.
I think you want to be around greatness. You want to just be around it and be close to it and touch it.
Yeah.
His wife's funny, Savannah. Have you ever met Savannah? Mm-mm. Oh, she's awesome. Savannah's the best. But when he came back to Cleveland, had some kind of hookup, and me and my son got courtside seats. So after that, we're literally by the Cavs bench, right? So the coach, I have to move out of the way for the coach to walk by. I can smell him.
Well, that's good stuff.
So
It's a different game. By the way, it's a different game when you're looking up, right?
Yeah, when you like this.
Yeah.
So the game's over, and we're gonna go back to I think we were meeting with Mike Miller after the game. Me and my buddy. My son's with me.
A white player. I'm not surprised.
Of course. Yeah.
Is there some kind of
what, are black people going to meet Jack Nicholson? No, they're going to meet Tiger Woods.
But it's a part of this crew right here. White guys making it in like a little underground society
over there.
little underground society. Mike Miller's like, yeah, get Gary Owen here.
Yeah. So we're talking to Savannah, me and my buddy, and we're cutting up. And now we're in the zone when you're with somebody. So we're just cutting up, BSing, right? And she's literally in the stands. This goddamn security guard would not leave me alone. He kept saying, you got to go. You guys got to go. Go. You got to get out of here. We're closing up, right? And it's funny, when I see Savannah, I kind of waved, right? Then we walked up towards her to say hi. And as I'm talking to her in the beginning, this guy walks up and just completely acts like I'm not even there. Just interrupts our conversation and like starts talking to her. But I'm okay if you know him, but just acknowledge me. Hey, how you doing? No, he never says nothing to me, right? And then starts saying he has a restaurant and you and LeBron got to come. We'll take care of everything. I'm literally, when he walked away, I go, ooh, I bet you that free food was enticing. Damn, I'd take advantage of that. A free dinner.
But imagine how that conversation going to go do. Hey, honey, you
can't gonna believe this.
We got free food.
Dinner. Yeah. They got risotto. Got risotto. So he walks away, right? I go back to talk. As he interrupts me and Savannah, now security guard's in my ass. This is the arena security. Like, hey man, you gotta go. You gotta get out of here, right? Savannah gave him a nod. Like went like this. Like, he's fine, he's with me. The fucker did I Dream of Jeannie. I don't know where he went.
All of a sudden he was like, can I help you, sir?
He was gone, Eric. I was like this. Well, I looked at Savannah and go, what the fuck was that? Like, he literally I didn't hear his voice anymore. I looked back, he was gone. And he was on me for 5 minutes.
Well, that's good. Good security.
Right, it's good, but I was just like, dude, here's the thing. I think sometimes when somebody's not supposed to be there, and by the way they're acting.
Yeah.
And I just kept telling them, we're going, and we're just going to say hi to Savannah. And I understand it, but, I'm like.
Anybody can say, yeah, man.
Yeah, but you're right. He was doing a good job. You're right, fuck it. He was doing a good job. He's a dick, though.
Dude, I was doing a show. Now you got me thinking about if we've told stories before, but I was doing this show with Tim Allen.
Definitely told this story. I don't know. I'm kidding.
But we're at like the Venetian, and he lost his room key.
Tool time, Tim Allen.
Yeah. So now he's up at the front desk, like, my key. The girl wouldn't give him the key.
Did she recognize him?
Didn't matter. He didn't have an ID.
I know, but it's fucking Tim Allen. Was his room under his name?
Yeah, no, it was under like an alias or whatever.
Okay.
I don't even, because I wasn't there. He's telling me the story later when I got there. He's telling me this. He's like, it's like, she wouldn't give me the key. And so then the manager had to come over and go, this is fine. You know what I mean? And the girl was like, okay, but good for her. He said to me later, he was like, I wanted to hire her.
I didn't think about that.
You know what I mean? Because
that security guard was doing a good job.
That's all it is.
But his tone was, he was a dick. His tone was being a dick.
Because it's not because.
Yeah, no.
But
you're fucking up the story.
But
it's so much better if he's a dick.
No, I'm saying even if he is a dick, that's him doing his job.
Yeah, but the story's better. I'm the nice guy if he's just a dick. I mean, the story's way better when he's just a dick. That's what he gets.
Yeah, I know.
You're right. I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Fuck the story. You're the only person that's ever questioned me on that story, though. Like most everybody go, yeah, fuck him. Learn his fucking lesson.
No, but I just
fucking with the wrong one.
Sometimes you forget about taking in the circumstances into account. We forget that. We just think
that's true.
Why you acting like an asshole?
Well, okay. So that guy was doing his job, but that fucking restaurant owner was a dick.
Right.
Okay. We'll focus on that.
No,
so
that guy
fucking restaurant guy.
That guy was like. First of all, how you gonna
interrupt our conversation?
As if the people in this conversation don't think stuff is rude.
And here's what's worse.
He could have done it in a way. It would have been better if he would have been like, if he had turned to you and been like,
You should come.
You should come too. So you seem to be friends. Well, how about you? Then you would have been like, oh wow, this, and then that would have enamored you to be like, you need to tell LeBron.
Yeah. And Savannah's so polite. She wasn't gonna tell him really a free dinner, But it was funny. It's one thing to have a conversation and the conversation's kind of dying. This was different. We were cutting up. We were in the fucking zone where me and my buddy Nate, when we get together, it's those people you got chemistry with.
So everybody's laughing. So how did he come in?
Savannah's dying.
Wait, did he come in or did he
in
go
the
like
middle?
This?
Like, hold on, I'm behind him now. He's in front of me.
Wait, he didn't even do this?
No. He came in all creepy like this. Hey, Savannah. And he came in, probably 60 years old, white dude. And he looked like he would have Russian hookers. That type of deal, right? Hey, Savannah. And I'm literally I'm behind him going, I know I'm not that white. Like, that's, I think that's what I told Savannah. I go, I know I'm pale. I'm not clear.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, now the whole time, he's talking to her. I'm behind him making faces.
Oh, that's the best. She's trying not to laugh.
But it's the worst because it was one of the things, like, we were just in the zone. Everybody was cracking up. Everything we said at that point was funny. Everything. And we just bounce off each other, and she's laughing, this fucking guy. And I saw him coming.
You felt the energy?
Hey, we just opened up a new spot downtown,
Ugh.
Yeah, so you guys got to come through. We'll take care of everything. Got to come through. But that was the funny thing. You got to come through. Because that's what I kept telling Savannah. You got to go. He said it. You got to come through. Not ask.
Can I tell you something? He wouldn't even know what to do with himself if they actually walked in the front door of the restaurant.
Right. That'd have been the best. And
you know
then
what I mean?
not have
ready.
A wallet.
Yeah.
Not have no money. What? That'd be funny. No, nothing's ready. LeBron's gluten-free, sugar-free, dairy-free. You said you had the best food. Make it happen. Yeah, and if he eats any of that shit, he dies. By the way, he's that allergic. And he dies immediately.
And everyone's going to know
he died here. So, good luck. Bring us your tasty dishes. Guys, we're fucked.
That's funny you talk about that. I was telling you outside, my girl has allergies. She says. I don't believe them. She just says she has allergies. So then when we go eat, the ordering process is just, I gotta be like, okay, because she eats like an 85-year-old man with a pulmonary heart condition that just got stabbed in a prison riot. So
that was so much.
I'm just saying, hot soup will kill her.
She needs a tube. She needs a tube.
I'm just saying, hot soup will kill her. You get what I'm saying? And if it's too salty, it should just disintegrate. That's how she makes me feel about her food. So, like, I have to order food, so I got to tell the guy. So, just anything on the menu, anything that makes your food delicious, go ahead and take that off.
I want the butter-free.
Yeah, and then bring it out.
Yeah, just cook that shit in water. But don't bring nothing in it.
But what I don't understand is she still wants to order, like, you can order a plain hamburger on the menu. You say, can I get the plain hamburger? No. She still wants to order the buffalo cheese jalapeno burger. No. And then go, but no cheese, no jalapenos.
I want everything in front of the burger. I want everything off.
Yeah.
Buffalo jalapeno cheese. Could you just give me the burger? But I want the buffalo jalapeno cheeseburger. But everything in front of the burger, I don't want on it.
It's just weird.
And all the sides, I don't want that either.
Oh man, dude.
My wife does that. David Arnold did a funny bit on YouTube. He's got Instagram. He's got those funny bits with his family.
Yeah, it's great. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
I was telling him, dude, why aren't you just putting cameras up and just fucking filming yourself?
Well, the good thing about David and his family is game. Like, they're willing to be in the skits with him.
Right.
Fucking my family is fucking funny and won't do shit with me. My son is funnier than me, and the fucker will not get how much. What's in it for me?
See, that's all it takes for you to be like really, really great. It's just a little bit of black.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not game.
Your son got it.
Talking about eating out. David said one of his bits that was funny was he talked about my wife's always asking me what I should always asking him, like the waiter what's good on the menu, and Dave's like, his taste buds ain't your taste buds.
Yeah.
What the fuck you mean? And then she asks everything that's in what's in it.
Ugh.
Like, fucking just handle it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's that's. But you know what? You're married.
How long you been dating your girl?
It's about 4 years now. We're
Holy
like,
fuck.
We're like it's not official, but we're engaged. You know
You
what I mean?
guys living together?
Yeah, it's about to happen.
Anal?
This is the this motherfucker. This is the best time to get married. This is actually the best time to get married right now because you can have a small intimate wedding. Save a lot of money. I'd be like, we I wanted to have 600
Our
people
love was
here.
so fucking strong. COVID's not stopping this love. It's funny, we got all the Showtime specials on this podcast.
Yeah.
Chappelle had a Showtime special.
Did he?
A while back. Yeah. It was when he was like supposedly coming back. He didn't really come back, but he didn't want to do HBO because I guess they passed on the Chappelle show or some shit like that. He had some issues with HBO. Wasn't gonna do Comedy Central because of what happened with the Chappelle show. So we just did a Showtime special. This is before Netflix. So we did a Showtime special. He had the mustache. He had the mustache.
I don't remember that one. Netflix basically hijacked comedy.
They did.
They just took it.
I haven't gotten.
By gunpoint.
I can't get. I've never had any luck with any of what we deem as hot. Like when HBO was doing specials, couldn't get a bite. Comedy Central was doing specials, couldn't get a fucking bite. I was like this. God damn. Now Netflix. God, I can't get a fucking nibble.
Yeah, there's something else. I don't know. And the thing is like, it's a computer, so you have enough space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if. Not that we complaining, even though it sounds complaining.
No, we're just talking.
I'm just saying, like, if they made it special where it was like, there's only 10 specials a year, and the people are like, Chappelle, Chris Rock, and it's like a few up-and-comers or whatever, and it was like, here's the 10, 11, and then here's another 10 foreign people. So we got 20 specials we're doing a year. They put out hundreds. There's so much comedy. Then you go, then as just a person that's like, hey, I do comedy too. Hey, can I get on? And then they're like, well, no. And
well, here's the thing about comedy specials.
Put them all on.
Well, comedy specials for me, I get that. Comedy specials for me is they should have one of the top comics in every whatever genre, whether that means an urban comic, Asian, whatever, and then be like, yo, who should we be giving specials to? Comics know who's funny and who's not. And then they should be like asking comics who should we be giving specials to, and you should just have like someone like Chappelle or Rock or Kevin. You should be like, just give us like 6 months when you're going to be ready, and the door is open. I mean, we don't have to call you. Like, just let us know when you're ready to do a special. Give us like 6 months to prepare for it, and we're good. We don't have to like call the heavy hitters. And then I think comics should be in charge of who's getting the comedy specials.
I don't agree with that. Unfortunately,
you don't agree with a lot of shit I say.
No. I'm just saying, like, it'd be like.
Are you still mad that Dave stole your joke?
It'd be like if the NBA players, like, they can't be in charge of $1 billion corporation because they would run it to the ground. But
you do. Here's the thing: you do hire NBA ex-players to be consultants and things like that.
I get it, having a consultant and all, and maybe
that's what I meant. I take it back.
An opinion, but I don't think that because
I take it back. Then you are somewhat right, not fully right. It should be you run it by comedians.
Gary, I was right.
Somewhat. No, comedy specials when they're giving out ones to or who they should give it to, they should be asking other comics also. Like, is this guy, who should we be looking at? Or like, who's overdue? Who hasn't gotten one? Listen, me and you are not the only two comics out there that feel like we should have a Netflix special. I'm sure there's 50 more or 100 more. You know what I mean?
Well,
there has to be.
But the thing about it is like, it's such a huge platform and they put out so much stuff. I mean, I get it. Like, to me, it's like, this is why I didn't understand, when Monique was complaining about whatever money she was getting. To me, she should pay Netflix. Here's $500,000. Can I put my special on your network? Because it's gonna go to 100 million people.
Yeah, you're gonna make money on the road.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's like they have this huge, ginormous platform. It's not government run, okay? So they don't have to. It's who they like. It's their preference. Right. It's their taste.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's like Russell Peters. Like I think he was one of the first guys to go viral on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then he was the first one with a Netflix special. And even when I had him on here, he was like, it wasn't even about the money. I was more worried about, can I get the clips or can I burn it to sell it on the road?
Yeah,
Things of that nature. I agree. Like, whenever I get a comedy special and they're negotiating how much I should get for the special, to me, I'm like this this is all just cake.
Yeah.
I've already had dinner. I'm like this. I'm more like, dude, can I cut it up?
Dude,
and get on YouTube?
My first one, I said part of the deal for me was like, because this was still a thing at the time, but it was at the tail end of it, which is so sucks for me. But I was like, oh, so you don't give me you don't have to give me a bunch of money if you don't have extra money, but I want you to give me 1,000 DVDs.
Damn, you're really dating yourself.
I know. But it was totally at the tail end. I still have like 990 of them.
It was like 2012. That's when DVDs start going out.
I know, they went out, but I still sell them on my, people still like, hey, I want that. It's all middle America still loves DVDs.
That's what's crazy.
You know what I mean?
It's the same way. Like, I used to order 1,000, was it 1,000 or 10,000? I can't remember. It might have been 1,000. Yeah, I was mainly ordering 1,000 at a time. I get through 1,000 a month. Easy, right? Now, I'm still trying to get rid of that last 1,000 from like 6 years ago.
That's me.
And literally, I used to sell them after my shows, and I'd be like this. I remember one guy goes, "Who the hell still got DVDs?" And I went, "Oh shit, did they go out?" But I'll still, every city, I'll still bring like 10.
Yeah, that's how you gotta do it.
Because people are like, dude, somebody will still have a DVD player in their car or something like that. And it's you're right. It's always Middle America. Indiana, Illinois, Tennessee, some shit like that.
Some dude will be like, give me 6 of those.
Yeah. I was at the Ontario Improv, and this is crazy. Here's two merch nights I'll never forget. I was selling my DVDs, and they were $20 a pop. Mm-hmm. And this Mexican guy goes, "Hey, Gary, give me 15. I was like, "Excuse me?" He goes, "Yeah, give me 15. I go, "Okay."
Yeah, what are you gonna say?
That fucker whipped out a wad and was like, "How much?" I was like, 300? He gave me 3.
And you felt bad. I knew it was
He gave me like 3 $100 bills. All right, man, thank. And the way he said thank you, he was so appreciative. I remember he went out to his crew like, "Hey, guy, got him." Started passing them motherfuckers out. The craziest merch, 2 crazy merch nights I'll never forget. One, I was in Orlando at the Improv, and they used to have a black night. I think it was like on Tuesday or Wednesday. Lil Duval used to host it, right? And Dante Culpepper, who at the time was still with the Minnesota Vikings, he was still in the league. He was a little tipsy, maybe a lot tipsy after the show, and the crowd's leaving. Dante was just buying shit and giving it to people. He's like, "Yo, let me get that. Who wants this?" He'd throw it back to him. I think I had both. I had t-shirts and DVDs. That fucker bought everything. Every ounce of merch I had and was giving it to the crowd. And then I'm going to the car after the show. This Lamborghini fucking door flies up like this. It's Dante. "Yo, G, you got another DVD?" I was like, "You bought them all." He goes, "All right, then." Close the door. Sorry. What was that? I swear to God, I rooted for him the rest of his career.
Yeah.
I was like this, dude, that's my guy.
Well, that's all that it is. When people buy that kind of stuff, it's just a tip. Nobody cares. Nobody's gonna wear a Gary Owen t-shirt.
Bullshit.
Out at going to the market.
Motherfucker, they wear my shit.
No, as soon as they get home, they go, "Why the fuck did I buy this?"
No, they didn't. Here's my thing. Here's how I sell my shit too. I still sell t-shirts after my shows. I disagree with you on this because I don't go cheap. I don't go Gildan. I make sure it's a feel-good fabric.
Ain't nothing wrong with Gildan.
Listen. If you're gonna sell, this is for people that try to get me to wear their clothing line. Don't give me no Gildan shirt. Because you just spent 35 cents on a shirt and you got a nice design on it. But I spend a little more on my t-shirts because I want people to wear it and they come back. And ain't nothing better than seeing somebody in the audience with a shirt maybe from 2 years ago where I was like, "Oh shit," because I change it up every year.
Well, if they come into your show, that don't count.
Why?
Because that's why they wearing it. It's like wearing like a Raiders thing to a Raiders
So
game.
it fucking counts. They're wearing my shit. They probably went out to dinner before my show.
Gary won his t-shirts like he won his hotel in Japan. You know what I mean?
What? What? Nice?
Nice and fancy.
Yo, my t-shirts are nice, man. They're good quality.
I get it.
I'm selling one. The one I sell on the road right now is called Black Famous. It says Gary Owen, Black Famous. It's going to be the name of my next special. I was supposed to film my special in March.
Yeah, I remember that.
COVID,
When we first talked, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were just like, but you were like real paranoid back then. You were getting deliveries from Amazon, and they were like, "They out there for 6 days before we even bring them in the house."
Oh, that's right. I didn't bring him in the house.
Yeah, you were just like, "Nobody touch me." And now you out here fucking
doing podcasts with no mask.
Podcast, no mask.
Well, here's the thing. I called everyone I know, like everyone that's healthier than me and smarter than me, when they was talking about the corona. They go, "Dude, if it's in the air, you're probably gonna catch it. If it's in the air, like they say." I go, "It don't matter if anybody can pass you at any point, and you grab it." And they go, what people aren't doing is we're not talking about your immune system and what you should be taking.
Yeah.
So
Are you on vitamin C?
Oh, vitamin D.
Do you get the? Have you ever gotten a IV boost?
I haven't got IV boost.
Oh,
yet.
those are great.
No, but I take vitamin D every day. I take zinc. I take I don't know how to pronounce it. Turmeric.
Oh yeah, you gotta take turmeric. That's good for inflammation too.
And
this is the over 40.
Yeah.
I have a little pill thing. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I have that old man pill thing. Yeah, I have that, man. So I put the turmeric in it, some berberine, vitamin C.
I called Romney Malco. And do you know
Just a second.
Margot Bingham?
Let me get this name.
Yeah, you need to call Romney.
You
know Margot Bingham?
No.
We were doing a film together when COVID hit. Well, in fact, we go back this week to start finishing the movie.
Do you look the
Oklahoma
same?
City.
Have you lost weight, gained weight? How's that
Find
going
out
to
when I
look?
get there. I don't know. I know I'm letting my hair grow because I got a haircut 2.5 weeks ago, and then the director called me and was like, yo, we're coming back the end of August. And I was like, oh, shit. I just got a haircut. I go, can't get another one. But I know my hair was kind of short, so I'm good. But I hope I look the same. I think I do. My weight doesn't fluctuate that much anyways.
You'd be surprised, though.
Yeah,
I'm down 25 pounds, you know?
Are you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Say it like
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Said like, I don't see it.
Dude, I never see you at the pool. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the shirt.
I still ain't ready for the pool. Yeah, it's just because you lose 20 pounds don't mean you're ready for a tank top.
No, I was going to say you look thinner.
This man ain't shit. You know
No,
what I mean?
I'm not. You stole Dave Chappelle's shit. He stole yours.
You say you changed it.
Yeah, I will. I was trying to make you feel good for a minute. So you disagree with me? He stole your shit? No.
The views expressed. I'm going to write it on my phone and just put it like this.
I called Margot and I called Romney. And I was like, what should I be taking to make sure I'm good?
Oh, because he's big into that kind of stuff.
Oh, Romney's 87 years old.
Yeah, dude.
And
he
looks 30.
Like he'll go to like a retreat.
Oh, he'll go to like Taiwan for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and it's some kind of
Cleanse
special. Yeah. He'll go to like it's a temple.
Yeah.
And when I finished, I felt like I was on a show with him, and that he was talking about.
What show was you on with him?
What was it? Blunt Talk with Patrick Stewart.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
Blunt
nobody
Talk.
saw it. That's what it came.
You're on a lot of shit that nobody's seen.
I know.
A lot.
It's
your
true.
Specials.
My specials.
Your Showtime show.
Yeah, nobody saw that.
Here.
Nobody saw him down up here. People don't.
I saw you in one prison movie that nobody saw. I called you. What was that?
I know.
You were like the warden.
Yeah.
What was that movie called?
I don't even remember what the name of that movie was.
Nobody saw that.
Nobody saw that. Furlough. That was the name of that.
It's called
one.
Furlough.
Yeah,
But it had
with
a good
Melissa
cast.
Leo. Yeah, it was a good cast. I was jamming in that. Melissa Leo. What's her name? Tessa Thompson.
Look it up.
Let me look it up. Shit.
I can't believe you don't know the name of your cast member.
You forget these things,
No,
man.
you don't.
Yes, you
do. I know
do.
every cast member was in every movie I was in.
Okay, you know, yeah, Tessa Thompson. That's what I said.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Give me one movie I was in. I can give you somebody.
I don't know the movies you were in.
Oh, there's so many.
It was something with soul in the title.
The movie I just did is called Dottie and Soul in Oklahoma. That's the name of the movie.
It's something with urban in the title. Is there urban in the title?
If you go to Netflix, I'm in every movie with strong black lead.
You the white guy in the back like this.
Here's what's funny. So
And Kevin Hart, who's about this size, he's right here, and you like.
I got a movie coming out September 29th on Netflix called Welcome to Sudden Death. And it's Michael Jai White and me, right? So it's like my first co-starring role.
Oh, shit.
And it's funny. So Mike calls me. First he called, him and the director, Dallas Jackson, called and they was like, we're interested in this movie. You down? I said, yeah, I'm in, dude.
Yeah.
Action movie? I've never done an action movie.
Yeah, in our age, too, and they call like, you're going to say no.
Yeah, right. And hold on. And I'm like this.
Hey, Gary, we got this Netflix movie.
Yes.
And Gary, let me.
No. Yes.
Gary, we haven't told you the whole.
I know. Yes.
Exactly. So silly.
Yeah. My agent will negotiate, but eventually we're going to say yes.
Yeah. We going to say yes. Hey, you can get Gary Owen. You just write a movie, put Gary Owen on it.
Well, it's crazy. I'll get back to that. So Mike and Dallas call, and I end up going up to the movie. What the fuck was my point about this conversation?
I'm sorry I cut you off.
You were talking about something, and I totally forgot.
Oh, about how you in all the black movies.
Yeah, that's it.
It's soul in the title.
Top 10 black podcast also. I don't know if you know that.
There's only 7.
Yeah, that's right. Me, Miss Pat. gotta give him a spat on your tooth, by the way. Mike goes, dude, he was telling me how he was talking to Universal about who he wanted to be the co-star with him. And he goes, he kept saying like, yo, I got a white dude, but he's gonna bring in an urban audience for the movie. And Universal's like, what? He goes, trust me, he's gonna bring in an urban audience. Why did the film get picked to be in the ABFF, the African Black Film Festival down in Miami? And Mike goes, God damn, man.
You really
I've
did?
done like 80 movies. None of them have been accepted. This one did. I go, you're welcome. And then, hold on. And then COVID hit. Everything got canceled. I was so geeked. Like, fuck, we're going to get a free trip to Miami. You know, with the red carpet and everything. We're going to have a premiere for it. Oh,
because that stuff was canceled. Right.
Yeah, I was like this. Damn, man.
Weird.
Now we're just going to be on Netflix.
When did your movie come out?
September 29th.
Because I think August 29th, my Netflix movie comes out called The Sleepover.
Who's in that?
A lot of, it's a big cast.
Nobody's going to see it.
Nobody's going to see it.
What movie is it? Slept On? The career of
Sleepover.
Erik Griffin. Slept On.
Exactly.
No, who's in it?
Let me look
it up. The Sleepover. Is it a horror movie?
No, it's a kid's film. So
Bunch of horrors?
it's going to be big. Like, you don't know, there are a lot of Disney kids, but Malin Akaram, she was on Showtime. You don't know who that
Sounds
is.
good.
Joe Manganiello.
Yeah, I know him.
You know who that is?
Let me see his picture.
He was on.
Oh, it's a dude married to the girl.
Yeah. Married to what's her name on Modern Family. We're
Yeah.
terrible with names, man.
Hold on.
Shit.
That's a dude married to the girl.
She married to the
Harrison Ford.
You got it. And then Ken Marino. Ken's funny. You know
You
Ken.
just said the big guy from Magic Mike when you said Joe Mike.
Yeah. You know Ken. You don't know Ken?
No.
Oh, man, he's a big-time comedic actor. Just a bunch of people, man. It's just funny kids movie.
It's a kids movie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to fucking sell so many tickets on the road.
Yeah, the parents who have to watch with their kids.
It's going to be huge.
This guy, man.
I get that shit from Daddy Daycare all the time. Dude, you were in that? I was like, yeah. I was a Karen Broccoli. Oh, shit, that was my movie. I get that all the time like this. Well, I'm such a good actor. Most people don't know I'm in a lot of these films.
You know what? I've seen a couple of your movies. Which one did I like the most? It was one with Kevin Hart. It was a Kevin Hart movie.
It was through Kevin Hart.
Oh, they're not all the same movie?
Think Like a Man. Think Like a Man 2 and Ride Along. It's a big callback to the other ones. Just a big callback.
It was the raw of... They actually didn't even change your character's name.
Same thing.
No, that was good. You had a good one in that one. You were married. I remember that one.
Yep.
That was Think Like
That
a
was
Man.
it?
Yeah.
All the other ones, nothing.
I don't remember the other ones.
I did one with Jamie Foxx.
You did?
It's called Held Up.
Which one was that? That's on Netflix? No.
No, I went to the movie theaters.
Held Up.
Yeah. Nia Long, Sarah Paulson. A lot of Oscar winners in that. He was held hostage in a gas station.
He was held hostage.
Jamie was.
He was held hostage?
Yeah.
Didn't see that one. Mm-hmm. What's another one? I'm just trying to see if I've seen these. Give me another.
Rebound with Martin Lawrence.
Rebound.
He was a basketball coach.
Oh, but that's like later.
Little Man, Wayne's Brothers.
Oof.
Didn't see that one either.
You were in Little Man?
Yeah, I was in that.
I didn't see that one.
I was a cop. College.
College.
Nobody saw that, but
No
that
one
was
saw
my
that
favorite movie. As
Was
far as
it?
like shooting, it was fun.
Okay.
We shot in New Orleans. It was me and Mini-Me, Vern.
No.
Oh, that was the best.
I gotta have
I
like
didn't
a
know
Gary
Vern-
Owen binge day.
I didn't know Vern was a partier like that.
Yeah.
Like, real deal. And me and him got so drunk one night on bourbon. And Vern had the little cart, you know, run around in. I didn't know he really needed that to get around. I just thought it was like I was like the fat lady at the casino just riding around and doing things.
She needs it.
So when I say I got drunk and took his cart and was riding down bourbon and was like, and I came back like 20 minutes later, he's still sitting there and goes, hey, asshole, I can't get back to the hotel without it. I go, oh, fuck, sorry.
Oh, no.
And so the rest of the way, I'm walking with him as he's driving, cussing me out. Well, fuck you, man.
That sounds like a better movie.
I miss that dude, man.
That's a good buddy cop movie.
We had we did a short. It was funny. We did a short called Undercover Parking Ticket Agent. And it was me and him, and we did a short. And I thought it was funny. It just didn't go anywhere, but it was funny. It was a little short.
Where do shorts even go anyway?
Well, you
always talk about shorts. And
back
it's like,
then, you shot a short almost like a trailer for a movie. Like you're hoping anybody bites on it, like, ooh, that could be something.
but they have at the festivals, they always have like the.
Yeah,
you know?
that too. Yeah, I guess they're like 10, 15-minute movies. I guess that's what they are.
Yeah, but I don't ever.
I think it's everybody under 5'8".
But I've never seen anyone go like, oh man, have you seen that short?
Yeah, me neither.
No one's ever, you know.
It's the same thing when the Oscars come around. You're like, well, what was
that
that
movie?
category?
Yeah.
The Oscars should be an hour. It should be Best Supporting Actor.
Oh, it's gonna
Best
be
Supporting
now.
Actress, Best Actor, Best Actress, Director, Movie.
Yeah, and we're out.
We don't care about the soundtrack, really. We don't care about the Best Foreign Film. We don't care about the documentary.
Check it out. We care,
We just don't want to watch
but
it
we don't
for
need to
4 hours.
hear them talk about it.
Yeah.
It should be like this. And for best such and such,
Right.
Eric
Rattle
Griffin
it
won it.
off.
And then the camera comes over to me. I go like this. And
Unless
then they
it's
go,
Kobe. Unless Kobe won.
Right.
He won. That was it.
But yeah, the Oscars are so weird. I don't even watch. When's the last time you watched an award show anyway?
I still watch the Oscars. It still moves me. I like the speeches when they don't get so political. I like it when they just they just thank like
20
Matthew
years.
McConaughey's was a good one. That was a good one. Jamie Foxx was a good one. Denzel was an okay one. I thought he was going to get a little more emotional. I like to see people cry at the Oscars.
No, because he was so angry because he deserved it.
Oh my God, he should have won 3.
Yeah.
He didn't get his for Training Day. He got his as
That was from Malcolm
we
X.
fucked up for Glory.
Yeah.
Malcolm
No, he
X.
won for Glory.
That's what I meant. I know that I was wrong.
But he won for but it was
Malcolm
best
X.
supporting act. He won when that tear came down his
Oh fuck
cheek.
you, man.
The single tear.
Here's the problem with Glory. Here's the problem I got with that movie.
Go.
So I'm in high school.
Too many black people? Go on.
No. Matthew Broderick was not a realistic leader of
Gary
men.
Owen says too many black people in movies. Go on.
Here's my problem. Here's my fucking problem with Glory.
Yeah.
Is I'm like in 9th grade when that came out. We're watching it in the library. So my school's all white. We had, and the only black kids we had like 6 black kids that were really living in the neighborhood.
Right.
But in the school district, but we get black kids from boys' homes. They get in trouble, so we had a boys' home. So anytime I saw a black kid get in trouble, I was like, oh fuck, we might have a baller coming. Like football or basketball team.
Basketball team
That's
just
how we
got
thought.
better.
And it holds true. We'd be balling for 4 games, and then motherfucker would get in trouble again and leave. Be like, God damn it. And so we got this one kid. He got in trouble at another school, a black kid. So we're all watching Glory, all us white kids, and let us have our little white guilt as we watch Glory. He's in the back in the library, just going, yeah, fuck that white boy up. Fuck that motherfucker, man. Yeah. And I'm just going, you're not helping. So then you got the redneck kids in my class going, tell that motherfucker shut up. You know, I'm like this. It was almost a fight in the library.
I get it.
And I was like this. I didn't even get to enjoy it or really take in what the meaning was of the movie.
Do you have white guilt when you watch movies like that?
No.
When you watch like a slave movie?
No.
Because they always. I'm just curious.
What are you?
Because they always.
Are you black? I don't even know what you are. This whole episode, I go, what are you, Eric?
Does it matter?
I don't know what you are.
People want to know what you are so they can know how to hate you. Yeah, because you're clearly white. There's no.
What are you?
I'm mixed. Can I be mixed? I'm mixed with a lot of things.
You can only have 2 parents.
They can be mixed. What happens then?
What are they mixed with?
Yeah, my family's from Belize, Jamaica.
No, that's an area. That's not a color. What color are they?
What do you mean? What? My mom's fair skinned like me.
Is she black or white?
She's not white.
What is she? Is she mixed?
Yeah, she mixed.
What's your dad?
My dad, I don't know. Never.
He wasn't around?
No.
You never met your dad?
Thanks for bringing that up.
You never met your dad?
That's how you know I'm black.
I can't laugh at that.
Just proved it right there. No, yeah.
No, I don't have white guilt.
I'm black enough. No,
I think,
I'm not saying that you should. I'm just saying when you watch, because I feel like they put out these movies every year for that purpose. Like every year there's a 7 years.
There's a white guy that helps. Like Brad Pitt helped in 12 Years a Slave. Matthew Broderick helped the black guys get boots in Glory.
Oh.
You know, there's always the white guy. In the end of Glory, even when Matthew Broderick and Denzel, they died together when they fell down the sand pit.
I don't think that they would be able to properly convey. Like you know who we need to make a movie about this stuff would be Steven Spielberg, because it wasn't until Saving Private Ryan that when we saw that. The first time you went, ooh, war ain't good.
Holy shit, that first scene of Saving Private Ryan.
That's what I'm saying. So
I was like, whoa, those motherfuckers knew they was dying.
But it's not even, it's just like, it was so gory and you were like, oh man, this looks terrible. I wouldn't want to be in this.
Yeah.
So if they were to make a slave movie in that vein.
Yeah. It was pretty, I don't know, 12 Years a Slave when they were whipping the girl and you saw like the blood splatter coming off her back.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking graphic, especially when they didn't
And
stop.
and my point is like what I'm saying is it still was probably worse than that.
Oh, without question.
That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
it's only but if you see you watch a war movie, you
Hold
see
on.
a white guy's leg fall off.
Yeah.
You go, wow, that's a real graphic. They're not necessarily showing.
Did you ever read Django Unchained, the original script?
No, I
with
didn't read.
Tarantino?
No.
So I went in audition for a part in that, and so I read the original script, and I was like, "How the fuck are they gonna make this?"
Oh, he was trying to go
It was-
hard.
And Jamie said he slowed him down. Jamie said you can't lose the audience before you find the audience. He goes, and there was some shit in that movie. I was like, how are they gonna shoot this? When I'm reading, I go, how are they gonna shoot this?
Yeah, but I get. You know what? The thing is, I get it though because at a certain point, what is your audience? So when you make a movie like that, who's the audience? Like if you were just gonna go racially, is the audience white people? Because I don't know if some white people are like, all right, already, yeah, we were
Well, you know
terrible.
what? You could probably make it now because things aren't going to the theaters. It's almost like
People can be at home.
Roots was the highest rated show ever because white people was able to watch that shit at their house.
Yeah.
And they was like this. Oh, okay. I don't have to be out in public, and I can just watch it and not have to look around like, should I react to this or shouldn't I?
Yeah, possibly.
So nowadays you can probably get away with a graphic movie, but then you got a lot of people going, the only black movies get made are about slaves. Can we do something else?
Well, I mean, but the sucky part about when you make any kind of genre film in the if you have a movie that's based in the United States, and let's say it's a genre movie before 1970, if there ain't racism involved, it's not real. So at a certain point, you go, I don't want to fucking watch this. That's how I'm at that point now. That's why I like sci-fi. I like totally different things because I go, all right, here's another movie where's the white cop being terrible or that's what's gonna because it's like that's reality.
Yeah.
So you just go with like at a certain point, do you want to be browbeat with that? How much do you want to be beaten down with that concept over and over again? Like where's just a movie about like what were black people doing in 1950? Can we just show the black neighborhood and them having fun?
Yeah.
Them like living their lives? No, it's like, well, if it's 1950 and we're gonna show black people, well, here comes some evil white people because that's what was going on. So it's like, I get that. Like, we have to remember our history and where we came from. But at a certain point, you go, do I want to see this in my entertainment all the time?
Think about in the next probably 20 years, there's going to be movies made about this era.
I know.
You know what I mean?
And you know what's funny? It's still going to be the same.
Yeah.
Evil white people.
Yeah. That's a fact.
It's the sad part.
We're some evil motherfuckers, man.
No, when I saw the NWA movie, and then they had that moment with the cops, they said that was happening in the 80s.
Shutting down the concert, you mean?
No, not even shutting down the concert when they were like outside their studio and they were having an issue.
Yeah.
I was watching and I was like, damn, this is going on right now. They were just talking about police brutality and stuff when that movie came out. And I go, it hasn't changed?
You know what?
30 years later?
If you watch The Wire, did you watch The Wire on HBO?
Oh, yeah, I loved it.
Dude, the same issues they talk about and how to fix the issues, The Wire talked about in 2008.
Yeah.
They talked about the schools have to be better. The classrooms are overpopulated. These kids, they don't see that's all they see all day. How are they supposed to go and get educated when what they come home to is just chaos and you see how kids get on the wrong path? The Wire was so ahead of its time. As far as like all the issues now are the fucking issues we're dealing with right now.
Same issues.
Or, the issues back then. But The Wire would tell you how to fix them. They would tell you like we got to do this, and then you see how the politics are dirty. How the white mayor who ended up being on Game of Thrones, how'd that happen? Littlefinger was the fucking mayor of Baltimore. And he beat the black mayor and the dirty politics and everything else. Like it's all coming out of money.
I know,
money.
And so what I'm saying is when that filters over to our entertainment, where it's like a show like that, where it always every show has to be a lesson, and that's what I resent as being a person of color. It's like as if the responsibility of black.
Well, you don't know because you don't know your dad.
Oh, here we go.
What? You're allegedly a person of color.
Clearly, I'm a person of color.
You don't know that.
Oh, my God. Anyway, this motherfucker.
Have you seen Canelo Alvarez? He's a red-headed Mexican. That fucker looks like he should be in every fucking Mark Wahlberg movie.
I'm whatever you need, man. I'm whatever
All right, well, go ahead, person of color.
Yeah, as a person of color, it seems to be like the responsibility of people of color when they make movies and entertainment. Everything has to be a lesson. It can't just be for fun.
Yeah. Well, I think that's where we're going. We go backwards in comedy a lot, especially with sitcoms and everything else. Like, God damn, the funniest ones was the Jeffersons and All in the Family. And it was just no apology. Even John LaRoquette, remember him?
Yeah, man.
Remember that show? One of the funniest lines I've ever seen in a sitcom was him and Chill Mitchell. They were getting robbed, and they both had their hands up, and literally the guy was like, he doesn't know who to shoot. And John LaRoquette goes, shoot him, you got a better chance of getting off. And I remember like being like 12 years old going, oh my God, that was funny. In my comfort of my own home, I laughed like that, and I go, holy fuck. You couldn't say that sometimes on sitcoms nowadays. It would get redlined immediately.
I'll look at like TV Land. I'll look at some old shows, and I find myself thinking about that now. Or even if I think of shows even a show like Three's Company.
Oh, such a good show.
But can that be made now?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like there's like shows that we just were like so funny that were like hits. Some of the like, you know, All in the Family. No way. You couldn't have a patriarch.
You could on like a Netflix maybe.
I don't know.
FX, I don't know.
I don't know right now.
But people they fucking want him. And that's why, even though Dave Chappelle stole a lot of your shit, that's why
Gary Owen doesn't like black people. But go on.
No. I love them.
This is what he does. He puts two black people against each other, and it makes one doubt where he is or who he's from.
That's why Chappelle, to me, Chappelle and Ricky Gervais, to me, are the freest comics. And I thought Louis C.K. was up to a point. I guess not.
He was free.
Right. But those two especially, they're not worried about sponsors. They're not worried about networks. And they have a huge fan base, and they can make all the money they want and sell all the tickets, and they can say whatever they want. Because like they said, their fans trust them, and they're like, they're not going to be offended by anything they say, whether they agree or disagree. Like this, dude.
Yeah, but I also think that I find them to be like, thoughtful. I think Chappelle more so than Ricky Gervais.
They're honest and they're smart.
They're honest,
you can't be a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's so smart and everything. I'm like this. Like, there's something like, I wish I could say that, but I probably couldn't. I'd probably get.
Also, it's all about timing too. I think that when Chappelle released that 846, it was like the things he was saying in it. It was the perfect time to say it. So, like, he can't say whatever he wants, but I think it also has to do with timing. Like, he called the woman on Fox News a cunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she took it.
And took it.
That's the crazy part.
A year ago, that would have been a thing.
Don Lemon,
yeah,
who gets offended by everything anybody says about him.
Took it. Went on TV and was like,
he's a fan of mine.
He's a fan. I appreciate the blah, blah, blah.
Right, like this.
Yeah, but I was like, timing's everything, too. And he was like, he took it. That's why it was so brilliant of him to put it out like that.
See, guys like Dave, I want to talk about everyone that we know is sensitive in Hollywood and see if they're mad about it. Like Tyrese. If I see something about Tyrese is mad. If Dave says it, it's probably fucking hysterical. Say the same thing.
Yeah. I just thought that was the part, because I was looking on the news afterwards. I was Googling like that girl, the woman, like, Chappelle and that, and see if anything was said. Can't believe that Chappelle. No, everybody was like,
right, exactly.
And it's like, it's because, I think the lasting image we will have that we'll remember in of this time in our life is that cop killing George Floyd.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like that is an image that I don't care who you are. I don't care how racist you are. You could be even if you're at home like, he got him. You're still like, yeah, but I wish he wouldn't have got on videotape like that. Like, even if you want to defend the guy because you think he did right because you hate black people, you still know that tape is damning.
Well, it was the lack of emotion. It was just like,
yeah, there's no like, and like I was talking to somebody else on my podcast was saying this. Like, yes, all the check boxes were cut too. Like, so you can't say anything. You can't be like, well, he was resistant. Oh, he wasn't resistant arrest because he has his handcuffs. He was on his stomach. Okay, that's not that. Maybe he was on. Well, no, he wasn't on anything. So okay, boom. Yeah. Sorry about that. It's like, but he was trying to fight. Oh no, he wasn't fighting. It's like all the things that it leads to. The equation leads to he was murdered.
I was talking to Joseph Sikora about, we both got friends in prison, and he said when he when he went to visit his friend in prison, a lot of the guards when they left was like, yo, could we get a picture? And then he goes, and then what it forced the cops to do, it forced the prison guards to do was to humanize his friend, because now, oh man, he knows Tommy, we could talk about some stuff. He wasn't a number, he was human. And that's the problem with a lot of the cops nowadays is they're not humanizing everyone they come in contact with. To me, it's not an easy fix, this police brutality. There's not a one-off. But there are little things that should be required with police officers. Because, I was a cop in the military. And that's granted, I was on a base that had nightclubs. We had a neighborhood. We had everything except murders. I dealt with a rape case. And I dealt with bar fights. I dealt with speeding. I dealt with DUIs. I dealt with all that shit. I just never had a murder case. You're on a base. You're not going to have that. But a couple of things we did that I was like, it makes so much sense that they should do in every police department. So we had Navy SEALs on our base. When Navy SEALs go off the deep end, we're fucked. You know what I mean? Like the average cop is fucked one-on-one with the Navy SEAL. So every shift, we had one Navy SEAL that was assigned to the police department for 6 months, every shift. So we had 2 shifts a day. We were on 12-hour shifts. So there's 4 shifts in a week. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Every other day. So there were always 4 Navy SEALs, one every shift. That way, if one of the Navy SEAls or one of the Bud students went off the deep end, they had a rapport with them. It wasn't like we was going in like, we don't know what the fuck's about to happen. We had somebody that knew that person, that knew what they were going through and knew the protocols and everything. So to me, it always made sense. Like, you gotta have somebody from the area, that neighborhood, on the force every shift.
Well, they always talk about the cops should live in the neighborhoods.
I don't know about living.
I get it, because it's hard,
I think as a cop, especially, I don't care if you're a black cop in a rural neighborhood or a white cop in an urban neighborhood, it should be required. And even if you got to pay them, they should be at high school basketball games. They should be at high school football games. They should be at things where you're not seeing people at the worst. And then you get to know the parents, the grandparents, the kids, the coaches. And just like, you have these guest speakers come in, the cops should be talking to the basketball team and coming in and speaking to kids, and it should be required for them to show up at whatever community events are going on that people have to assemble. Like, there's nothing galvanizes a community more than high school sports in inner cities and in these rural towns.
Especially in the rural towns.
Yeah, nothing galvanizes
high school
more.
football is bigger than freaking.
Come on now. And if you get the cops show up and they're just there, they're sitting in the stands and they're talking to people and meeting people. I mean, then you're not dealing with like the who was the guy that died? It's so sad. Was it Sterling? There was a Eric Garner was in New York, and then there was Alton Sterling was the one in Louisiana, correct? I believe he's the one in Louisiana. He was the one that was in front of the store selling like burned.
Oh yeah,
CDs
yeah.
And the cop showed up like on 10, and I'm like, the cop had been on patrol for years. And you didn't know him, and he had been in front of that store for years selling those DVDs and shit.
Right.
There's no reason that cop should have rolled up and not know who he was. He should. It's a whole different. You're like, Alton, what are you doing? Come on, man, you can't be doing that shit.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's the one thing I liked about being on the base and being a cop was I knew.
It's different though.
What's that?
It is different. You're talking about a mass. It's like there's so few cops and so much to deal with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we should hire more. I know they're talking about defunding the police, but I think we should hire more police also.
Yeah.
But you got to be a better system to vet the cops.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You can't. It's not. Like I say, people ain't leaving UCLA being like, I want to be a cop.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, and then again, like even that guy that killed George Floyd, there's something about that guy's mentality and behavior that is suited to be a cop, but he just wasn't kept in check. Because there is something about someone they can't strike. Even in these times, people, we hate the God, fuck the police and all this stuff, and they still go to work. Like, what if during those riots, the cops just said, nah, how about we just stay home?
Or here's the thing, in the same way you want to humanize, when cops come into contact with you, want to humanize them, like, look, you're going to make a life-changing decision. It's going to affect a lot of people if this person dies.
Yeah.
Fathers, parents, all that shit. Same way, we also have to start thinking of cops and humanize them. What if the fucking cop wife just cheated on him and he found out and he's supposed to clock in and go to work? Holy fuck. I'm going to deal with that guy that day.
I know.
You know what I mean?
But that's the job.
I know. I'm saying. That's easy. That's like an easy fix. But at the same time, like this, the cops are human too.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a hard thing to try to... That's why I always say, I feel like the cops should be trained like Navy SEALs. Like, whatever it takes.
Oh, it's like a 6-week-long course.
Like I always say,
it's from 6 months to a year.
I wanted to do like an undercover thing. But I would never do it. But it's just because like where I try to become a cop, And then every phase of it, I'm kind of like, I almost have a gun.
Look,
I'm almost there.
When I was in the Navy, and we had to go to police academy,
wouldn't make it, though.
We had to go to the police academy, and want to know why we lost most of the people? The PT test had nothing to do with your mentality, had nothing to do with anything else. Your childhood trauma, your test scores. We lost more people to the fucking PT test.
Yeah.
Push-ups, sit-ups, and the 1.5 mile run. That's what we lost. Almost everyone that dropped out of our class, we lost them. It had nothing to do with. I'd rather have an out-of-shape guy that have a level head and somebody in shape that's ready to fuck the whole world up. You know what I mean? I'll take that fucking heavy-set cop, donut eating, coffee drinking. But
nah, not when he pulls me over and he's talking shit. I can't stand that.
No, I'm talking about. But he's level-headed. He's gonna look at you and be like, "Now, what are we doing here?"
But how do you find? But that's what they need.
It's not, like I said, it's not a magic wand.
Right? Exactly. I totally agree with you.
But I do.
There's
think,
a nuance
like
to it.
Yeah, I do think there has to be. You have to spend more time in the community than when you're just seeing people at their worst. Because if you're a cop and you're in a bad neighborhood, and the only interaction you're having with people is when they're at their worst.
I was in a cop car once. I worked at a school, and some people came, some gangbangers came, and we had to call the cops. And so the kid who these guys were trying to get, I had to ride in the cop car with him to go identify the kids because they found them. And I'm sitting in the back of this cop car and the radio's on, man. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it's just nonstop. Suspect has a machete, two armed, it was just, the radio was just nonstop of like, criminal bad. You're going in hot. So I also understand that you coming into a situation, you hear if I tell you, yo man, these 4 guys, they out there's some kind of ruckus going on. When you get there, you're not gonna immediately be like, well, let me figure out. Everybody's fighting. Okay, so maybe I think from the looks of it, how he's fighting, I think he might be the one that's the good guy. No, you coming in like, oh y'all,
right?
Everybody get out.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a difficult thing, and I just think that I don't necessarily blame the cops so much as I blame the system and the process that got them into the position to be underperforming, to be in situations where they're making bad decisions. And it being allowed to be continuously be made. Because in the George Floyd situation, that guy saw these people filming him. He's looking right at them.
Didn't give a shit.
And didn't give a fuck. Why?
Right.
Because he felt, I'm going to get away with this. Mm-hmm. And why would he feel that? That's a learned behavior. Mm-hmm. That's a behavior that he's gotten away with other things.
Yeah.
And so here he is. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, now maybe I can get away with this now. So that's a system problem. Because I've said this before, I don't understand why mayors, governors, with all this police brutality stuff going on, why they didn't have a talk just for the optics.
Yeah.
Just even if you don't like black people, even if you're some mayor who's like, I can't stand black people, but you got to be like, yo, can y'all stop doing this and getting filmed? Mm-hmm. Even that.
Listen, I don't want to go back to The Wire.
Even just the optics of it, I don't understand why. It seems as if something blows up, right? Something happens in the news, and we go, wow, a cop did something again. So our mind is like, well, they're not going to do that again, huh? Because look at all the uproar, look at everything that happened. And then 2 weeks later, it happens again.
Yeah.
Then you go, why? Yeah. What?
Well, I mean, I think it was bound to happen. George Floyd was just that lightning switch. I don't know if they have said that right. That fucking boom, that explosion that was the thing that was the tipping point. But I think it was building, and we all saw it coming. Yeah. Like there's gonna be somebody's gonna die that's gonna take this completely over the edge, and it just happened to be the George Floyd case that just everybody went. I hate to go back to The Wire.
No, you don't.
But I remember there was a scene where they had
it all the time.
It's funny. They had a community meeting on that, and the one lady stood up and goes, she goes, the problem is the cops don't come around unless something happens. They don't come around before it happens. They go, the lady was like, this is a black lady in Baltimore 15 years ago when this episode aired. It was like, when I was growing up, the cops stopped by, said hi when you was on the front porch, would get out of their car, speak to everybody in the neighborhood. I go, that's the issue. That's the problem. Because we'll see those videos on YouTube where a cop gets out and shoots hoops with the kids, but it's so far and few between.
But you're talking about 50,000 cops and 10 million people in the city, like in a city of Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, great in like, Hazard County, you know what I mean? Where like, it's like, hey, Billy, hey,
Yo,
Tom.
I'm getting real sick of you correcting me on my podcast. Like, this shit getting old. Like, it's my shit, and I want you to agree with everything I say.
I do agree with you, and I think that is important, but it's also, they're outmanned, they're outgunned. It's difficult. So it's like at the same time as they need to humanize the people that they're going to see, like you said, we also have to humanize the cops.
Exactly. That's the problem. We just think everybody is just under one big umbrella.
Yeah.
I'm like this, dude, there's so much shit going on, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got on this subject, man.
I know.
wanted to do like
supposed to be a fun,
happy Erik Griffin. Dave Chappelle stole my career.
Yeah, I know.
Type,
I was on here.
Because I was waiting for the Griffin show, but then the Chappelle show came out, and I go, "What the fuck?"
Oh, this guy, dude.
Dude.
When is the Gary Owen,
Still your whole career.
The Black Experiment coming out? Isn't that the working title of your
Black Famous?
Oh, that'd be a great sitcom. Gary Owen, Blackface.
Black Famous, not Blackface.
No, Blackface.
No,
that'd
Black
be the name
Famous.
No, Blackface would be better.
You got one more time to disagree with me. No, I was telling somebody, I always say, like, who's the guy that starred in Amistad? I can't say his name. Jaimin Hunsu.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I said, I always want to do a sketch where, like, he took all my parts. Like, you just see me in the audition room, like, getting ready for Amistad, and he's there. I go, my agent calls, you were right there. You almost had it. Almost. Or I'm in Blood Diamond, and I'm just in the audition. Where's my son? I'm in the hallway. Where's my son? Where's my son? Where's my son? They're like this. Gary, you were right there, man. Fuck. I go, this guy takes all my parts. Just got us waiting to go on in for the audition. You reading for him too? Okay.
No, but the funny thing for him was he would be talking about you at dinner with his friends. Like, this white dude.
Like he had a shot.
He come in every one of my auditions.
I'm doing the Doug Williams story. The quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This guy fucking is in there. We're doing the Barack Obama story. This guy's not Joe Biden. He's auditioning for Barack.
Speaking of, what do you think of Kamala Harris? No, we're not going to talk about it.
No. She's married to a white dude, right?
I don't know.
She's got it.
But we taking over. Light skin is back.
Got it. Why are you laughing so hard?
Because it's funny. Light skin is the right skin. Don't be mad. Listen, you created how many light skin babies?
3.
So you need to be on board.
You're right.
They need to see role models out here.
Facts.
They don't need people talking to them. So what are you?
Yeah.
Is your dad white or is your mom white?
I look at my kids and be like this. Dads are overrated. Look at Barack and LeBron. And look at Erik Griffin. Look, that's the only thing Dave didn't take from you was your daddy.
Here we go.
You might have the same daddy as Dave.
Oh, here we go.
Since you don't know yours.
Yeah.
You think your dad will watch my podcast and then get back in touch with you?
Yeah, he likes redneck stuff.
This isn't a redneck podcast.
It's not.
It's urban. Look at my theme. It's urban city walls. I don't know what this shit's for.
White person.
Black shit. These are
white person.
This is all black
white
people
person
painted all these pictures.
These 3 that are here.
Right. That's me as Tekashi, Mexican.
Oh, this is
right.
This is you snitching?
Nah, this is before he snitched. That's when I went on the Breakfast Club. That's Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh.
This is Harambe from Cincinnati, the gorilla that got killed.
Wow, that's not racist at all.
It's an animal.
So you got a gorilla. So you're gonna bring the light skinned gorilla and show it to me. What you trying to say?
I also have an octopus.
Okay. Yeah, you said it was funny. You were looking like, is there anything that's non-racial? You're like, can I grab anything that's not gonna have any kind of connotation?
Okay. No racism here.
Yeah.
Octopus.
All right, I could find something.
I'm sure you can. Find something racist out of the octopus.
If I was Farrakhan, I could be like, and the white man. I don't know. Yeah, this is like representative of the white man's tentacles.
I'm listening.
Okay.
Come on, struggle. Dave Chappelle would have come up with something so fast.
He probably would have.
Yeah, but then you would have took it. Or he would have taken it. He would have taken it from you. I can think of something, but I'm not going to.
I know you can.
I've done enough racial jokes with you, Eric.
Is that gonna be the
well,
wall
here's the thing.
racial
I haven't
injustice?
Been home. I haven't been home in a couple weeks because I want to make this.
Soon he's gonna be like, these are the handcuffs that. Here's some chains from the original. The original slave ship.
You know I'm not allowed to laugh at that. So I'm just looking at you like inside, I'm fucking dying. Eric, I'm laughing so hard on the inside, but I can't because then people are gonna be like, I tell you what happened 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I had Aries on, right? So Aries, we was talking about would I say the N-word on stage.
I saw that clip.
And yeah, I was like, no. I said, but I'm not gonna be the white guy, like I never said it. It's in rap songs. If I'm in the car, I sing the song. Why did somebody take that and try to do a clickbait thing and went, Gary Owen admits to saying the N-word?
Oh.
I was like, really? I go, even his fans are like, you reaching on this one, bruh.
Yeah.
And I'm with you on this one because then he had to show the clip and I'm like this, wow, that's just trying.
So they didn't even show the full context?
He showed the not the whole interview, but the segment where I was talking about it. And they was like, even his followers was like, you reaching here. But people that didn't watch the clip was like, I never trusted him anyways. I knew it. I was like this. You didn't watch the video.
Yeah, but your windows are down, so. And for some reason.
You're convertible.
Yeah, your windows are down. The radio's not even on.
You're in your golf cart. You're in your golf cart, Gary.
And there's no song that goes, get out of the way, you stupid.
So listen, I want to end this before we get in trouble. But I want to ask you one thing before you get out of here. I ask this to all my guests, but I think I know the answer. If there's one person, whether director or actor, you haven't worked with yet, that you want to work with, like they're going to give you the Eric Griffin movie. You can pick one actor to be the co-star with you. Who would it be? That you haven't worked with.
That I haven't worked with. Well, I haven't worked with a lot of people, so you could just name anyone. You know what I mean?
This is your movie, though.
It would be it'd be my movie, so I'd want people to make cameos.
Dude, who the fuck you want to work with? You guys be giving complicated answers and shit.
Yes, I wouldn't want to co-star with Eddie Murphy because I couldn't, because he would be the star.
Okay, well, who you don't work with you haven't worked with?
But I would want it to be like, you know, if it was a sitcom and then Eddie Murphy walks in and people go, oh, it's Eddie Murphy. You know, then he leaves because it's my show. You get what I'm saying? Y'all understand what I'm talking about.
Who are you talking to right now?
It's like these guys.
They can't answer you.
They
gotta run the cameras.
It's like if your podcast, it'd be like if Howard Stern came in right now.
What if he did? It's still my podcast.
Right, but he can't stay for long.
Why?
You know what I mean? Because he would take over.
No, he would not.
Yes, he would.
Shit. I'd like to see that motherfucker try. I see what you just tried to do.
Challenge accepted right there.
Yeah. Shit. Got me confused, huh? You bring it, bitch. I don't need no Robin Quivers. I'm by myself on this.
Yeah, I probably would. I'd love to be in a movie with Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Well, Dave Chappelle already did that.
He stole it. See?
Stole
Maybe you're right.
Too. Dr. Doolittle. Stole that one.
I don't know.
So Dave Chappelle, have you worked with Dave?
No, I have not.
Dude, he could do your lines and you could do them.
Yeah.
And you could do his lines and he could do yours.
Oh, this guy.
God, I can't believe he stole your whole act.
You did this too much, whereas it can't be a thing.
What?
That can't be. Come on.
Dude, you tried to make my podcast racist. I can do whatever I want. It's my podcast.
I didn't make your podcast racist.
Nobody knows who you are right now, like, as far as what race you are. Like, nobody knows.
Yeah, and the fact that you need to know is why this podcast is racist. See it right there? Have to bring down. No.
Dude, if you was in Dubai, you just blend in.
Don't be mad.
What?
That's my thing.
You would.
This is my look is great, except for one place. Prison. Because I'd have to figure out which gang to join. Like who
speaking Spanish?
Whoever's winning. You know what I mean? Who running this prison? Raul.
My shit be shaved.
Yeah.
racist tattoos all over my body.
Yeah, you don't know. If I gotta be fucking Abdul, I could be Abdul.
They'd be like this. Yeah, what the fuck? I gotta save from getting fucked.
Yeah, I could be I could be whatever you need.
Yeah. So
I'm
Eddie
mixed,
Murphy.
I'm mixed race.
But I've worked with him. Yeah, that's cool.
But was it good, Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, that was Daddy Daycare. That was a good ass movie.
Okay, you're right. That was good.
Yeah, that was good. Eddie. He was in the pocket, man. It was awesome, that movie.
Yeah, listen, Gary. No matter what people say, you've had a great career.
What the fuck are people saying?
Oh, I didn't.
What are people saying, dude?
Don't Google anything. Gary, stay off Google and don't go in the comments of this podcast right now because right now people it's just filling up. Yeah. Right now people are like, oh, you haven't heard Gary?
No, they're gonna be like this. They're gonna literally be like this. Who's that motherfucker on the podcast with you? You're talking too much.
No, for sure.
No, I just did this as a favor for you.
Oh, this was always.
What?
It's nothing.
I'm trying to help you. That's fine. I bet you get more work out of this than your Showtime specials.
Or your Showtime special. You know what your problem is? Your problem is you can take it, but you can't dish it.
I'm just fucking around. Oh. No. It's better when I act like I'm acting like I'm pissed. It's better.
I get it.
You know, it is.
I get it.
Who's your favorite comic? I asked you at the beginning. I just want to see if you're a liar.
My favorite comic, oh man. Like I said, my favorite influence was Eddie Murphy, but he wasn't necessarily my favorite comic.
That's what you said in the beginning.
You know?
I just want to see if you're a liar.
So I don't know. Who am I?
Chappelle?
It's hard to say. Right now, I think Chappelle is my favorite comic. Yeah.
You know who my favorite
Just
was?
because his honesty.
Of all time, Bernie Mac was up there for sure. I always say Bernie Mac when people ask me, like, if I'm doing Q&As at my show.
Really? Bernie
Say
Mac? All right.
But as far as like live that I could just watch the same joke over and over is Pablo Francisco.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Fuck, man.
See,
Some
that's
of his
a
bits-
different question.
Yeah, who can I watch over and over do the same jokes is Pablo Francisco for me.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Like I could just watch, and he was the one guy when I was coming up because he was kind of a little more established than me on the way when I first got to LA. But when I saw him on the list, I made sure I was watching because and it wasn't about studying. It's just I enjoyed it. I was like this. Oh, he's gonna do the little tortilla boy. That's coming.
There's always somebody like that that's really like entertaining on stage. I think like being at the Comedy Store, I have a bunch of friends like that I go, I can like do karaoke of their jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is that it? Because I don't really hang out at the Comedy Store. Do you see, because they got A-listers after A-listers going up. Are they really working on new bits? Or you see a lot of like, they're repeating a lot of shit?
Well, I mean, the Comedy Store is probably going to never be the same after this. But regardless of that, yes, people were working on things. But recently, in a recent history of the store, like in the last year, it's because it became such a hot spot that when you're going up to do your set, it's like, damn, it's fucking jam-packed on a Wednesday. It's 11 o'clock still.
Gotta do your A shit.
Yeah, it's like they came for a show. So you felt this kind of like show pressure,
And you don't think it's going to come back? Why?
A lot of comics are leaving, all the different allegations and the COVID and the shutting it down and, all the with the Black Lives Matter movement in terms of like people being like, okay, what kind of lineups do you have with the Me Too movement of like, you need more female comics? I think they're going to just tear it all down. The system's going to start back over again. And it's going to be tough at first till it's established again. And until then, who knows? Joe Rogan's leaving. All these guys are leaving L.A. And
I was never in the loop, so it's probably not going to affect me
it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it didn't affect your career
at all. Look where I'm at.
I know.
I got my own fucking studio.
I know.
Fuck
You're
yeah,
up there
dude.
with Bird and Eminem.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I am. And I didn't want that. They called me.
Who?
Bird and Eminem.
Bird and Eminem called you?
They was like, yo, we heard you got a podcast. Can we get on the wall with you? I mean, it's fine.
Wouldn't that be the greatest call, though, if that really was
No,
a
it
call?
happened.
If Eminem's assistant called?
No, Eminem called me.
Eminem himself called.
Marsh.
So he got your number?
Marsh. Like,
So-
a lot of people call him Marshall. All his friends call him Marsh. So Marsh called.
So the hardest battle rapper of all time,
Marsh.
people are calling him Marsh.
When you're close friends with them, you call him Marsh.
You wouldn't even know what to say to Eminem.
I was in his second video. I was role models.
The second video?
The first video was.
Of course he was.
My name is. The second video was called
Who?
Role Models, and it was only fucking song and video that didn't hit. And it was crazy. Like, I got a call from Philip Atwell.
That's called the Gary Owen curse.
And you guys fucking laughed. You're fired. And you guys fucking laughed.
Y'all didn't know about the Gary Owen curse?
You shut the fuck up.
Just name one of your movies you've been in. That's the beginning.
Daddy daycare. Think like a man. I do hits. So anyways, the Philip Atwell was a director, right? I don't know how he got my number. I get a phone call out of left field, right? They shot the video like the week before My Name Is came out. I don't know who the fuck Eminem is.
Oh,
Nobody does.
right.
Yo, we got this young rapper, man. I want you to come down and help make a couple of these scenes funny, man. Get down with him. I go, all right. So I come down there, and I think he called me, and then by the time we shot the video, I think My Name Is just came out. So I was like, oh, shit. So now
you hyped.
Because, you know, back then, MTV had the premieres of the video.
Yeah.
So Dre was already hyping him up. So Dr. Dre was there. Dre's kids was there. I brought my wife, who was just my girlfriend at the time, and our oldest was her son. He was about the same age as Dr. Dre's oldest. So they're over there playing like toys on the side table. They're doing kid shit. Dre's there overseeing shit. Philip's there. Philip Atwell's like, he's very calm, right? And Eminem's there. He got his boys with him. And the video has like these 4 different vignettes going on at the same time. In the video, when we shot it, me and Eminem were cops. And we pull this dude over and we bust him with a big baggie of weed, and then cut to the next scene. We're on top of the cop car. We're all smoking the weed next to each other. It's Eminem, the criminal, and then me. So,
which is what we were talking about, humanizing.
Humanizing. That's what we did. We didn't arrest him. We smoked weed with him. Cut to, we got ready to shoot the scene on top of the cop car, and I grabbed all these cookies from craft service and put them in my pocket, right? And they didn't know. So I passed the joint, and then I start whipping out the cookies, and then I start passing the cookies behind the joint, and they was like, yo, Dre was laughing, Philip was laughing. Where'd you get the cookies? They were craft service? I thought it was funny. So they was like, yo, funny, right? Video comes out, MTV world premiere, follow-up. Dude, I'm a fucking extra. They cut all that shit out. Like, literally, the only time I'm in the video is when I arrest the guy and I hold the weed up, like, and Eminem's in the front, so he just sees the weed, and then he gives a look like we about to smoke it, and then that was it. I was like this. Well, god damn.
Somebody called him about the curse.
Here's the thing. Here's the funny shit. Didn't get a picture with him on set. Didn't do anything. I'm like
back
this.
then, it wasn't really.
Well, looking back on it, just from my own, it'd been cool to see me and him in our early 20s on set together, and that was it. That was my one interaction.
Well, that's great.
I still got to do a video with him.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you've had a fantastic career.
Dude,
regardless of what that one website talks about.
What website is that? It don't matter. My podcast is about to blow that motherfucking website out the water. Shit, I'm going to talk about that website. How about that? How about that, Erik Griffin? Hell yeah.
Cut to me like buying a URL. It's like, I hate Gary Owen website.
The hack.
Yeah. I'm just trashing on your.
Yeah. Bananagate.com. Wonder who came up with this website. Bananagate.
That'd be my secret little Easter egg.
No, that's what we're going to do for this podcast. Over. Erik Griffin comes on and talks about how Dave Chappelle stole his career. Are you cool with that title? Are you cool with that?
Oh my God, they're not even paying attention anymore. No one over here is like
they don't care.
They're all over there like this joke again, Gary.
The longer we go, the longer they got to be at work. So as soon as we wrap, they're off. So right now they're like, fucking say goodnight.
They do have a "can we get the fuck out of here" energy.
Yeah, they do. They do. They don't give a fuck.
I don't like your energy. Fuck all y'all. We about to go another hour.
Yeah, watch. The guy flicked us off.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you, man. We want to go to rush hour.
All right,
Erik. I appreciate you coming on. Anything you want to pump? Any upcoming dates, movies, besides the one nobody's going to see on Netflix?
Yeah, The Sleepover. That's coming out on Netflix.
With the guy dating Sofia Vergara.
Yes, with Joe.
With his husband. Her husband.
And there's some fun Disney kids. They're great. It's actually a fun little movie. I got a little part, but it's whatever. It is what it is. But I've been doing
Did you
a lot.
have to audition for it?
No.
They just offered it to you?
Yeah, baby.
Nice.
And then I'm in a Pauly Shore movie.
Whoa, that's going to be huge.
That's called Guest House. That's coming out.
Wow, who's in that?
Pauly Shore.
I know. I'm like, hold on. Who else is in that? Todd Bridges,
Yeah. Billy Zane.
Emmanuel Lewis,
Steve-O. I can't believe it's actually coming out.
Look, we got this movie Pauly Shore going out called Guest House. So it's got all your favorites.
Yeah, Bobby Lee.
Isaac from the Love Boats in it.
Weren't you number 2? You were going to get that part?
Yeah. Tom Wopat from the Duke Boys.
Oh, wow. That's a good pull.
Who else is in it? Pauly.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Guest House is coming out.
What's it coming out on, though?
It's going to be video on demand.
Wow.
Yeah, that's going to be
That's gonna
a
be
big
huge.
hitter. Kind of like
out?
college, your movie.
When's that coming out?
I think in like a couple weeks. Both these movies are coming out in a couple weeks.
You don't even know the release date.
I don't know the release date. But you can also catch me daily on Twitch. That's what I've been doing recently. I game on Twitch, and that's Erik Griffin Gaming. So catch me out on that. If you like watching people game,
You're going to get at least 3 followers.
that's all I need, actually.
I'm telling you.
All I need is
When
3.
this drops, 3 at least.
I'm going to get 2 more people watching my special. And
Yeah. What's your specials called on Showtime? Because they were good. I texted you. I don't watch a lot of stand-up.
The Ugly Truth and The American Warrior. Those are the 2
Which
specials.
one was at the Long Beach Laugh Factory?
The Ugly Truth.
Okay, The Ugly Truth. Here's what's fun about The Ugly Truth. And I was on the plane. Was that 30 minutes or an hour?
That was an hour.
Okay, so I'm on the plane. I was a long-ass flight, and it was on the plane. So I watched it because I was on the plane, and my plan was just watch a little bit of it to see what Dave was going to have on his next special. That's why I was watching it.
I was like, he's done with it. Ain't going to be no more. He snuck another one in.
So I ended up watching the whole hour. I go, holy fuck, that went so fast. That was so good. I texted you.
Yeah, I know.
I text you in the air. Like, yo, I'm 30,000 feet in the air. I just watched your special. It was good. The funniest shit about the special, though, you did 2 episodes, right? I mean, you did 2 different shows and spliced them together.
Yeah.
Because
I
if
know.
anybody sees, I'm going to tell you.
No, because it was a small crowd, too. And that's why.
Small crowd. Listen, I want everyone to go watch The Ugly Truth on Showtime. Here's what's funny. This newsflash, a lot of times when you see comedy specials, comics do 2 specials. They wear the same outfit. It's the same night. They just kind of splice it together. They want one for safety and then one in case they want to add something in. So anyways, Eric's got clearly 2 different audiences. Because at one point, the camera pans and there's 2 white girls on the right side of the stage, right?
Yeah, just 4 people sitting there.
Yeah,
And
2 white girls.
Yeah.
And it pans back 20 minutes later, it's 2 black girls sitting there. And I go, what the fuck was that? I know. Only a stand-up would notice. I go,
Yeah.
holy shit, the white girls turned black in the middle of the special. And then they went back to white.
I know.
That was amazing editing.
I know, man.
Who edited that?
I forgot. It was my
All
first.
I'm saying,
it was my first one.
got to sit the same color people in the same
I know. I
seats.
learned. I know. You just have to do it in front of a bigger crowd, and you have to have like you don't even go to the crowd.
Well, you don't go to the crowd next to the stage like that. It was hard. It was hard. Laugh Factory's small. I mean, that's what you're used to.
I wanted to go
but you're
there.
used
I
to
wanted
small
to do
crowds.
it there because it was like, I felt comfortable. It's the first one, so I was like, you know what? I want to make sure I'm at a place that I feel comfortable. But if I had to do it all again, I would do both of them differently.
Well, that's everybody.
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
does. Everybody does a stand-up special, and for you, I mean, you're used to small crowds, small venues. I'm sorry. I just want to get one more dig in. This whole podcast has been one of us laughing at the other one's pain, like this.
Yeah, and
you're used to small crowds.
And the other one going like this. Ain't shit Owens over here.
No. But I mean, I knew you'd do the Laugh Factory. There's no way you were doing like a theater. I mean, I'd rather see black and white girls than no girls.
Oh, here we go. Thank you for watching.
You can't say goodnight on my own podcast.
Yeah.
But listen, it's funny as shit. Watch The Ugly Truth on Showtime On Demand, or just find it. Google Erik Griffin, The Ugly Truth. Find it, watch it. And watch how the girls magically change colors in the middle of the set.
Just watch me. The whole point is what I was doing.
That was a funny special, though.
I appreciate
that was
it.
fucking funny, dude.
You can actually buy that on my website. I'm selling the DVDs on my website.
Download it.
ErikGriffin.com. No, I got to get rid of these DVDs.
Oh, dude, better. You'll make more money just have them download it. But what was the one, before you get out of here, you had the one joke, man. It was so fucking funny. It was something about Moses walking.
Oh,
like that.
yeah. That's
Holy fuck, that was a funny
Well,
joke.
I just had this whole premise about like, losing weight, and like, because when being fat, it's okay if you're fat. If you want to be fat, fine. But it does make things difficult. Like if you take a regular situation and you add fat on that, an already difficult situation, it's going to be even more difficult. Like if Anne Frank was fat. You know?
I don't know why I don't laugh at black jokes, because I don't know if I'm going to be offended, but you tell me a Jewish joke, I'm like this.
So I have this whole, that kind of thing. So like Moses being fat, it'd be like, if Moses was fat, it'd be he went on that long walk in the desert. So if he was fat, he'd be like, whoo, Jews. It's hot as fuck out here, huh, Jews? And then I just have him stop, and he's like, you know what? The promised land is going to be right here. Oh, man.
Oh, man, Chappelle
one of my favorite.
is going to kill.
Ah, that's right.
His next special?
By the way, I'm going to tell the last story. I did.
This is the last.
This is it. The story about you. Because I did that joke at the Comedy Store Tripping on Tuesday one night.
Yeah.
And then you came up to me. We've never really talked. First thing he says is, whoo, that joke was funny. It's going to be funny in Dayton next week when I'm doing it on stage. It's going to be funny next week in Dayton.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, this motherfucker.
I used to say it to all the comics.
Yeah.
I would go up to any comic that I don't know.
Yeah.
And that was my thing for a long time. Like this, yo, that Moses bit, that shit's going to kill next week in Cleveland. And you're like this, I haven't been to Cleveland. No, I'm going next week. I'm going to tell it, man. So let me ask you something. When you said Moses walking.
Did I have to break it down?
All right, yeah, that's going to kill, dude. I'll let you know how it goes over. I used to say it to all kinds of people like this. People would look at me like, the fuck? I'd always say that to comics when I read.
Well, the reason why people would get
know.
Well, because people would get upset is because you do have a reputation. No, I'm kidding.
I get it from Dave.
Terrible theme of this podcast.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
Man. This is going to blow your career up more than anything you've done so far. Guaranteed, Eric.
Yeah.
Watch. How many followers you got right now on Instagram?
About 100,000.
101. Watch. Watch, fucker.
Your wife and kids don't count.
Watch.
That's what he does. He tells her, you got to go follow this guy.
No, they won't. 101. Watch. By the time when it's done, Aaron, after a week, you have 101,000.
I hope so.
Guaranteed. Thanks for coming on, Eric. You got some hairy ass knuckles. Holy fuck, dude.
That's man stuff.
I didn't realize that shit.
But they don't bite. It's not like they're coming out.
Come on.
See?
Don't touch me.
That's where the racism is. Like that octopus tentacles. He's saying.
I got 8 hairs on every knuckle. Black hairs. On all my knuckles, I got these black hairs.
You know what? I'm out.
All right, man. All right, this is Gary Owen with the Get Some Podcast. Thanks, Eric.
All right, peace.